I guess the first piece of business should be that the Mewtwo EX Lead Battle Deck came out today. So it was supposed to come out last month, and then they delayed it last minute. Well, I guess like not last minute. But it is officially out, and as you can see from that image in the top left, if you own 4 copies of every single card, you get 1,415. So that's 1,400. So just remember, this is 1,250. So just let's just do a quick comparison to celebrations. I posted this on Twitter. So on the top left, that's 1,250. 6 packs of celebrations is okay. Well, this was actually on the, this was a terrible celebrations pack. Yeah, but this was bad. But like, this is still 1,000 more for less. So it costs less trainer points, and I still got 1,000 more. And you can buy celebrations infinitely, but you can only buy the Mewtwo deck 4 times, and you probably won't own all the cards. I didn't even own all the cards. I still had 1 Crobat EX to go, I think. So yeah, just keep buying celebrations. It has not changed. Just keep going for celebrations. You'll be much happier. Well, I mean, you'll still be playing PTCGL, so you won't be happy, but it's better in the long run. All right, so we are playing Mega Latias today. I'm sorry, I have to do it. Okay, that's why there's a win-loss counter on the screen. I want to show you how bad this is. I tried so hard. And I got so, well, I actually didn't get very far. There is no good basic psychic Pokemon that can take a knockout like right away. Like this guy would have been perfect if it was 90-50, but it's 50-90. So it's stupid. And then there's just no good like single prize psychic type unless I miss something in my my professor's research. I'm just trying to remember, like this guy needs 3 energy, so it has to be 2. Like 3 is too much. 3 is too much. You know, Dedenne is a 2 prize liability, which sucks. The Pokemon that enjoys choking itself requires 3 energy. You know, if Fezandipiti was both Pokemon, then yeah, that could be playable, but it's not playable. And Sunny, hey, you better stay here if you want that raid. So there's just nothing good. Like, I guess Moonblast, but then, you know, that's it, right? There's no upside to this card. It's like, yeah, you can do 70 damage for 2 energy, but that's about it. So it's rough. It's rough out here. I added Moltres. This is the poison build. Thank you, never gonna let me down. So this is the poison build. So you use Strafe, and then you build up an Illusory Impulse. I have a Spidops build, which is you just attack with Mega Latias. You don't attack with anybody else in that deck. Diancie is great to put the energy on. So yeah, and then these are all my like failed versions of like, hey, what if we put Energy Sticker? Hey, what if we put Revavroom and Judge? Hey, what if we played Power Glass? So this is gonna be a rough one. Hey, the ladder finally ends. The November ladder is going to end on December 18th. Oh, baby. Yeah, that December ladder is going to add on, or the November ladder is going to end on December 18th. Yeah, failed versions everywhere. And just like when I go to a high school graduation and meet all the 18-year-olds, there's failed versions everywhere. Get it? Because I take their virginity. That's the joke, is I take all their virginities. But they're 18, so it's fine. All right, so this is the one where you want to go first. I have to remember that. Crap, I should have done the thing. And Team Rocket's Mewtwo stream. Hey, it's on the list. And Super Smash Card, I'll work on the tier list. I still have to do the start deck reveal this weekend, and then the rotation video next week, top 10. And then, you know, I'll look at the feat tier list. Okay. I'm going second, and we have an unplayable hand. Because of course we do. All right, well, let's just send up the... Or I'm going first, and we have an unplayable hand. But at least we get to draw 2 cards. And Cobcorn, I mean, I think that deserves a pin. Wait a minute. That's the wrong boof. Unless this is just like a straight Boofalon deck. All right, well, that Ultra Ball top deck is pretty sweet. Like my feet. Okay, so then we just go Ultra Ball away, that and that. Now the question is, do I go for Squawkabilly or do I go for Mew? I mean, Squawkabilly is there for a reason, so yeah, let's get the Squawkabilly. The problem here is that I can't really put anyone else into play. So that's the one issue with this deck. Well, I mean, there's several issues with this deck, but I can't really do much else this turn. Okay. All right. I mean, we got some things. I'll take it. And I guess technically I do want to get the energy in the discard pile. But the problem is I need a bench space for Pecharunt, and I need a bench space. Oh my god. Okay, well, let's retreat. And yeah, you're sort of seeing why this deck fails. It's because it's being played on PTCGL. So I maybe could have Night Stretchered it back. I decided not to. Whatever. We'll be fine. This deck more focuses on Strafe than Illusory Impulse. And all decks run Moltres. If you put Fire Energy in your deck, it better have Moltres in there. And Ryokino, it's going to be a bad stream. Yeah, we're playing with the Mega Latias today. So you need this to be Latios, you need this to be Pecharunt, and that's kind of it. And they just got their dude. And as someone who went from this back to Poison Bolt, you can confirm it sucks. Yeah, and it doesn't suck toes. Unfortunately. And Lena, no, it's a PTCGL issue. And, oh, Azul said to play this one on a stream just so you can deal some damage. Yeah, 2 energy for good amount of damage is pretty good. And Hot Dog Buns, I'm glad to hear it. Okay, so they failed at life, which is great. And then we just got the Pecharunt. Sweet. All right, so we just take a KO. Seems like a terrible, terrible strategy. All right, so we just retreat. That's doing enough. So there you go. The Pecharunt is already coming up clutch, but you'll also notice that we have yet to get a single energy in play, and also my bench is locked. It's jammed up like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And never gonna let me down? I agree, yes. It counts towards the Bouffalont. So if you're wondering, oh, but you can't play this, and Liquid Ghost, well, we'll see how it's going. We'll see how it's going. So yeah, this Bouffalont is fine. It's just that, you know, it's only going to do 50 damage if I played it, right? It's really good at knocking out like a Pecharunt or a 70 hit point basic if you're anybody but me. Like if you're Azul and you're playing on the streamer client, you will always flip at least 1 heads. Obviously, I would never do that. But the nice thing is that Bouffalont doesn't care which Bouffalont it is, just as long as it's any Bouffalont. That's fine. I can just win the game this turn, essentially. So it's like, as long as you just have a Bouffalont. So it can be the other one, so that is nice. All right, well, I'm just not going to damage you unless I can take a knockout. So again, they're playing the thingy thing. Oh, maybe I should damage them. Because, yeah, we have to knock out the Bouffalont. I also have no way of knocking out the Bouffalont, which is fun. Okay, hang on. So if I go attach to you, is this really worth? I don't even think this is worth it, is it? Because if I use Strafe, that's 80 plus whatever. I mean, fine, let's go for it. I know they're gonna clap my cheeks here, but this, I don't think we win this game unless I do this. Right? Yeah, I'm only doing 20, but then with the poison, it's gonna help. Yes, I would like to switch. And then we go into the Pecharunt. And then if they keep their Kangaskhan in the active, that's great for us. Unfortunately, they can just attach a Darkness Energy to that 3rd Monkey Dory and knock out my Pecharunt, and then we're big sad. And Liquid Ghost, but it's the fact that they're going to potentially have triple Monkey... Yeah, they have triple Monkey Dory. Unless they're just going for the active attack, but that's dumb. There's no reason to do that. So I'll just repeat the process again, I guess. Yeah, then they take the Darkness, put it on the benched one, because I don't think you... Oh, they're going for it. Okay. That's good. So they'll put the damage elsewhere, probably on the Squawkabilly. Yeah, doing a hot 10. So I probably should have put the other Pecharunt down, just because we knew this was going to happen. All right, so that's good. That's interesting. I guess, yeah, they just want to soften up the Mega Latinas and get it set up for a KO. But if I can just put 2 more energy on the Latias, then we'll be fine. Only if Pecharunt's in the active. Oh, and there's a Bravery Charm. Okay, well, we're definitely screwed. We are definitely screwed now. Yeah, because Bouffalon only reduces the damage it takes. So Bouffalon specifically says it takes 60 less damage, so poison isn't that. All right, can I get some playable cards, please, PDCGL? Literally just, oh, I shouldn't have done that. Okay, that's a playable card, except for the fact that we don't have any other playable cards. So we have no other playable cards. That's unfortunate. Would have really liked a playable card, but you decided that's not happening today. Okay, so let's go Toxic Powder. And yeah, I'm just tilted right now. That was a mistake. I should have done the extra 20. I didn't. Yes. We just sent up the Petra. I'm so tilted right now. Just like, where's all my supporters? And Matt, thank you, Mad Panda. I just said that. Thank you, Mad Panda. I understand. All right, yeah, they definitely got it. But you're also noticing. No, because this is Latias. I mean, it was only 20 damage difference. And Liquid Ghost, this is a family. You know this is a family-friendly channel. Yeah, well, tilted by PDCGL, so I have to get rid of that message that this is a family-friendly channel. No bad language is allowed here. Like, I play with my balls. Like, I have so many balls that I can play with. I have so many supporters. And Mad Panda, oh, I know, but it would make no difference because they're just going to knock out my Latias anyway. So, yeah, I understand what the correct play is. Again, Mad Panda, you've been here. You know the drill. Like, see, you know the drill. You know the drill. No, you know the drill. It doesn't matter if I play perfectly or not. It doesn't matter if I'm the best player in the history of the world or not. I'm just never going to draw any playable cards. See, like, when the game's already out of Halo reach, we're getting what we need. Okay, so we might actually be okay. We might be able to win this game. It's going to require a lot, though. Our bench is jammed. Okay, so we got to get rid of all of these dudes. Okay, so I want Iono them to 2. We need Wondrous Patch, so... I mean, yeah, we just want to thin out everything. We'll get the Binding Mochi. Yeah, we'll get the Wondrous Patch. And then we have to hope that we get a couple things here. That's what we have to hope for. We have to hope for a couple things. Because if we don't get them, we're going to lose. All right. I believe in you, buddy. I believe in you, Iono. So I just need an energy and a Wondrous Patch. That's it. We didn't get the energy or the... Yeah, that's cool. Thank you. Really appreciate you, PDCGL. You're my favorite. All right, well, let's put a little bit more damage into play. I'm sure that won't come back to bite me. I'm sure that won't be a terrible thing that's about to happen. Okay, sure, yeah, let's put that there. God. See, this is why I didn't want to put the Squawkabilly down, is because I knew at least the Mew can potentially get me more things every single turn. But I knew that if I put the Squawkabilly down, that's an immovable object. So, yeah. And Liquid Ghost. Oh, my beef is with the entirety of the... Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, well, don't you worry, because I told the YouTube audience to get ready for badness. And this definitely is an example of how bad this is. Yeah, this is so much fun. Like, they're just going to knock out the Pecharunt. I have to send up my Mega Latias. Yeah, exactly. Right as I say it, they just get it like that. So, again, This is going to probably go in the YouTube video just to show you, because I could have played this perfectly. I could have got that extra 20 damage. I could have benched the Pecharunt. But it doesn't change the fact that we have just had nothing. Are they... Okay. Oh, we can get the magenta card glitch. Yeah, it has to be the second time. Remember, the first time it's just takes the card out of the sleeve. And then the next time... What? That's a... Okay. I'll take that, because I can knock that out. And take 2 prizes. And do the thing. Okay. Yeah, we need to put the Latios in the active. And there's the bosses with my handful of discard supporters. Thank you. With my handful of discard supporters, we finally got our research. Great. And then oh my god, this game is great. This game is amazing. Okay, so we can't knock out the Kangaskhan this turn. Huh. Yeah, I guess I just go retreat. Illusory Impulse. No, I don't want, because it has to get rid of all energy. And then I hope I have some switch cards, because we're going to need those. All right, let's go Illusory Impulse. We take 2. So all I have to do to win is somehow knock out that Mega Kangaskhan. How difficult could that be when it takes 60 less damage and has 350 hit points? And there's 2 Monkey Dory on the field. How difficult could that be? Okay, so if they go for a confusion, that's bad. Okay, the Monkey Dory are absolutely problems. And there's Turbo Energize Energy Switch, so they're getting ready to launch a huge attack here. I mean, I can attack with the Latinas, right? I can use the Mega Latinas to attack and knock somebody out, but the problem is that their Kangaskhan is going to win the game, right? Like, I can use Latinas to knock out a Bouffalont or a Monkey Dory, but then they will just come up and hit me with the Mega Kangaskhan. So in this situation, I guess I just have to hit into them. Like, I have to... No, because Bosses doesn't do it. I can poison them. That won't help. Yeah, hitting into the Monkey Dory doesn't help. Because I'm doing... I mean, the Perilous Jungle will knock out a Monkey Dory. So if I use Strafe and then Perilous Jungle, that will knock them out. But then I have to send up the Fez and hope that they can't... And hope they don't flip heads. And hope they don't have a Gust card. So, I mean, I guess that's the strat here. Is we just go... But we know they have an energy switch in their hand. Oh, right. I forgot to attach the energy to the active. Yeah, that's that was an oopsie. Oh, well. We were going to lose anyway. You can tell I've mentally checked out and this ain't going in the YouTube video anymore when stuff like this happens. All right, so let's go Bouffalont. I mean, we're not going to win. We know that. We know that much. I wouldn't really consider it an oopsie. It's just I've given up on life. It's not an oopsie. It's an I've given up on life. All right. Well, are they going to get knocked out coming into my turn? Yes. Oh, right. Adrenabrain. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. So yeah, I needed to knock out the monkey. That was bad. I need to remember that I need to lock in. There's always a chance. You know, if there's even a 0.5% chance, I need to take it. All right, so that's our first loss of the day. It's going to be our only loss of the day. All right, there. I'm jacking off. They're jacking on. All right, so here we go. And what's the best? Well, I mean, the best deck to play right now, according to Limitless. Hang on, let me double check what's winning right now on Limitless. So number 1 is Golden Go. So if you're playing on Limitless, the number 1 deck is Golden Go. Let's put the Latinas in the active. We'll put the Latios down. So according to Limitless, it's Golden Go, Dragapult, Charizard, Gardevoir, Mega Absol, Lopunny, Dusknoir, and then Alakazam. And Cannibal, I can only assume you start with the toes. Yep, great start. Great, fantastic start. And Hoochie Coochie, I do have it. I do have it in some of the lists. You don't have a way to search for it. It's Golden Go Lunatone, so the Lunatone Solrock build. Funny you should mention that, I Love Bidoof, because it's ironic that Lune uses stains to attack, because whenever I see Lune, I get stains on my underpants. Oh, God, seriously? Oh, man, of course it's Ethan's Typhlosion. But Cannibal, yes, this is like TCG Pocket, but everything's free. Okay, well, I have to research. Moltres is useless. They don't have anything that they need. I mean, if I top deck Secret Box, then we have it. Because obviously we don't want to kill the Pidgey. Of course we get the Ancient Booster off the top and a hand we have to discard. Okay, so none of these cards are good. Yeah, we want the bird to survive, but apparently the bird is the word. All right, so that's fine. We are knocking out the bird, and we're knocking it out through poison damage, which is nice. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you... Oh my God. Okay, I mean, we're still taking the knockout. We are still taking the knockout, to be fair. The knockout is still being taken. But I play 2. I play 2 of them. If you're wondering, oh, how many... Hey, Pilot, how many Pecharunt do you play in the deck? You must only play 1. Right? You must only play 1 if you're missing... Oh, yeah, we get the knockout if they... You must only play 1 in the deck, right, Pilot? No, I play 2. Exactly, the bird is the word. Yeah, we didn't want to knock out the Pidgey. And there we go, of course. I would have loved to put this in the YouTube video just for that moment, but the fact that we're facing Typhlosion... Oh, okay, so they're playing it conservatively. That's really good. So we also knock out the Victini, because now we have the Pecharunt. But actually, with the Pecharunt, I can knock out a Cyndaquil or a Quilava, not a Typhlosion. Because I don't know how we're supposed to win this game when my 3-prizer gets one-shot by a Typhlosion, and I don't have any good backup attackers. So, like, again, that gets one shot. You literally don't need the Victini whatever in this matchup. And Captain April, Feet Picture, it didn't happen. Okay, that's interesting. So I literally don't have a target, but I guess I have to target just a Cyndaquil. Because they did nothing. That's really good. Yeah, let's boss up the Cyndaquil. Doesn't matter who I poison. Gorgoroth, how dare you? How dare you, Gorgoroth? You know that's not the Fliptini. You know that's the one that just does 10 extra damage. All right, and then... Yes. Actually, do I give them the Latios? Because it's already getting knocked out, so there's not really a reason to sacrifice the Pecharunt. So yeah, this... Oh my God. This is the Victini. Let me guess. This will be the second Pecharunt. It's the Mochi. All right. So this. Okay, just come on, PTCGL. Come on, PTCGL. I just want to click on the card. Just want to show people what the card does. Just want to. Yep. Yeah. Come on, PTC. Yeah. Come on. There we go. Finally. So yes, this is the one that lets your evolution fire types do 10 more damage. Remember when I put this in Camerupt and then we realized that Camerupt doesn't have the bench space? That was a fun time. And Liquid Ghost, yeah, PTCGL is the worst. PTCGL is the reason that people don't enjoy Pokemon cards. If you didn't see the trailer, there's going to be TCG Live level cards coming to TCG Pocket next week. I think the Mega Charizard Y, which ironically TCG Pocket is getting Mega Charizard Y before TCG Live, which is hilarious. Kill the bird. No, we need the bird to be worth 2 prizes. So we want them to get a Pidgeot so then we can kill it and get 2 prizes because that's the only chance we have. So I have to save this bosses. But yeah. All right, there's a Quilava. Well, I mean, this is fine, right? We're going to take another prize. They haven't done anything. They finally got their first Quilava. Jumpluff EX. We're getting Stunfisk EX, and it's literally unplayable. And Gordoroth, yes. I will play Mega Hawlucha. Remember, Mega Hawlucha isn't bad as long as all you do is flip heads, and you never face Frostlass or Munkidori, and you always have the cards you need. So, yeah, they've just been waiting. But as soon as they get a Quilava, the deck just kind of runs itself. And, of course, I didn't know what this was. I saw the Pidgey, and I'm like, oh, this is obviously Charizard, so getting the Latinas out there is really good. And Problem Child, no, the joke is that this game needs a Wondrous Patch to fix, like a patch as in, like an update to fix it. It was a great joke. The YouTube audience won't get to see these types of jokes. But the joke is that this game needs a Wondrous Patch to be playable. All right. Yeah, I need to keep the bosses. I have Perilous Jungle. I can't lose the bosses in this situation. So let's do that. And then we have to go into Latios. Oh, right. I forgot that I'm just going to take the knockout. Whatever. If this gets them to put a Fezandipiti down, that's fine with me. Actually, if I put the Pecharunt... No, because the Pecharunt allows me to knock out a Typhlosion, right? So because they stumbled for a turn, you know, they probably tripped over their long, supple toes, their nubile, slippery, soft toes. I don't necessarily need the Latios anymore. Because I believe Typhlosion... Oh, does it have 170? But they can't retreat it, right? Hang on, I gotta refresh myself. I'll be playing Typhlosion most likely in a little bit. Yeah, it has 170. Like, next week I'm planning on Alakazam, because Alakazam is absolutely insane right now. I got some fun builds that aren't just your cookie cutter builds. So Typhlosion has 170. I'm going to be doing 80 plus 9. Oh, wait, 80 plus... No, it's 80 plus 8, right? Because that's 6 plus... No, that's math. No, that's 2. Damn it. So, yeah, we'll be 10 damage short, but luckily they probably can't retreat. And they did put their Pidgeot down. Okay. All right. Bloodmoon Ursaluna can win us this game. Don't forget Amoonguss. Well, Amoonguss is like Christmas Eve, depending on how things go. Remember, you got to be at 100 paid subs on Christmas Eve or else I'm not playing it. But could you imagine if I pull this out? You know, unlike Phillip Rivers, I'm going to try to pull out here. I'm going to try to pull out a win. The joke there is that Phillip Rivers has like 15 kids and he's a grandfather and he's going to be playing in the NFL this Sunday. Super Smash Kart? Probably not, but we still don't know about the start decks. So the start decks will be revealed tomorrow. I mean, depending where you are tonight, tomorrow. Pokebeach will have all the information. I'll have my preview video on Sunday. I doubt it because it is start decks, and start decks really suck. All right, they use Butt Blast. So we got to go up with you. I mean, I guess I get Fez. Finally, that's our second energy. Notice how long this game has taken, and that's our second energy. All right, we don't need Perilous Jungle to win this game. We just need Binding Mochi. All right, so we want 1, 2, because I want to put one of those energy in the discard pile. We want to put that one there. And then we play with our balls. Get rid of these 2. And then Fez come on down. I mean, I guess Clefairy can also win us this game. Wait, 220. Poison. Yeah, so with 220 and poison, so Clefairy can win us this game. Highly unlikely, but it can do it. Okay, so let's go. Fezandipiti. If I have another Gust card... Actually, I should probably check that, right? Do I have another Gust card? We'll get rid of the Bonnet. Yeah, we'll do one of those each. Do I have another Gust? I did not think so, and I do not. We have 4 Wondrous Patch in the deck, though. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, I can't take the risk here. I have to assume that they don't have a way to retreat their Mega or their Ethan's Typhlosion. Right? They're not going to have a Turo scenario. They're not going to have a Jet Energy. I understand they have Pidgeot. But if they use Pidgeot to go for bosses, I don't think they can do that. Like, they essentially have to use Ethan's Adventure this turn. Countercatcher doesn't do it, so they'd have to have Ultra Ball and double Ethan's Adventure. So there is a way they can absolutely knock out my Mega Latias. But if they don't switch this Typhlosion, then we have a chance to win. Right? Like, I would assume... Oh, what are they doing? Okay, are you just going to retreat? If you're just retreating... Okay, remember, they could still have Countercatcher. That's the problem. It's like, oh, you can't celebrate too soon, because they might just have Countercatcher. Or is Prime Catcher their A-Spec? It could be Legacy Energy, it could be Prime Catcher, it could be Maximum Belt, it could be anything, really. There it is. But they don't currently have it, right? Oh, they do. Oh, they put the 4th one in there. Oh, because they got rid of it with Earthen Vessel. Okay, so... That's knocked out. We are tied on prizes, but they're going to be able to get a bosses, so I essentially have to win this turn. That's essentially where we're... Oh, okay. Okay, if I don't win now, this is pathetic. Okay. Now the question is, how do I win? And can I win? Okay, we have another Mega Latias, but it's easier to just go for Clefairy, right? But they don't have enough bench Pokemon, so it has to be Mega Latias. Okay, Fezandipiti, I've never believed in you more in my life. You're going to get me out of this. What the hell is this crap? Okay, This deck is just not cooperating today. I do have supporters in the deck. You know, it might be hard to believe, but there are supporters in the deck. I know you might not realize that. All right, well... Okay, so would Clefairy have gotten me there? That's the question. Would Clefairy have actually won us the game? I'll do the math as they beat me off really hard. All right, so the good news is that they need to have a bosses. So if for some reason they don't have a bosses, we'll be okay. Well, actually, we also, you know, need another card. So I probably... Yeah, we need another card. And Super Smash Card, I did not see that. I only use YouTube for videos of people putting stuff on their toes, like drizzling honey and mustard and ketchup and peanut butter. So no, I have not seen that. But, so Clefairy does 20 base plus 20 more for each bench Pokemon. So that would have been 120, 200. And then with Binding Mochi, it would have been 240 and then 260. So I would have been 20 short. So if they had a 5th bench Pokemon, Clefairy would have won us the game. So we were one of their bench Pokemon away from winning. So of course we're going to lose. And if they just have bosses, they win the game. I apparently keep forgetting to put stupid supporters in the deck, but, you know, that's fine. You know, energy and supporters, I always forget to put them in here. And they just have bosses for game. And there's the bosses for game. Man. Yeah, like, I'll show you the list. You know, you gotta see the list. And Problem Child, oh yeah, the deck seems fun, and then you play it. Seems fun, and then you actually play it and you realize, no, it's not. All right, so I have 4 Carmine, an Iono, and 2 Reese. There are 3 bosses, so we prize the bosses. I have a Switch. I have only 2 Night Stretcher, so maybe we need more Night Stretcher. So let's go. I mean, I don't think I think we need like one. Yeah, we need one more fire. I mean, the Clefairy does kind of seem unnecessary at this point, but like you can attack with the Mew EX. That's another attacker in the deck. We don't need to play with our balls, I don't think, as much. All right, let's get another Iono. And then, yeah, let's just go from there. Let's not mess around anymore. Okay, we're facing Azul without the L. So we're facing no Dana, only Azul. So does this mean they're going to win? If they're Azul without the L, does that mean they're going to win? And we, of course, are not going to go first. We're going to face a deck that wants to go first. So the game awards are tonight. There's a bunch, again, they want to go first. There's a bunch of sales going on. It's just like, hey, all the games that are nominated are on sale right now. So that's pretty cool. And I guess this is kind of wait and see what we're facing situation. That tells me nothing. Is this, there's no way this is the Alakazam, right? There's no way we face the first and second best single prize decks. And yeah, if TCG Pocket can win Game of the Year on iPhone and Android, okay, so this is Golden Go. That's a Badoo. If Pocket can win the 2025 Game of the Year on Android and iPhone, despite releasing last year, oh. I don't know what we're facing, but there's no way we can lose. Right? We are guaranteed to win. We prized a Pecharunt. That's okay. And I guess what I do is just... Because I guess what I can do is just bring up the Badoo. But I also don't want them to concede. So that's kind of the issue here is like if I'm not careful, they're going to concede. And we don't want that. So I'm going to Iono them just to try and make sure that we have a playable game. Yeah, I was going to say we can boss the Badoo, but I want to make sure we have a playable game here. Well, we're about to lose a lot of things. I guess, yeah, we get rid of... We don't need no stinking Wondrous Patch. Wondrous Patch is useless. All right, so let's go for Carmine, Perilous Jungle, Binding Mochi, and I can't really play with my balls here, which is unfortunate. I always enjoy playing with my balls. Okay, then we go for the old Pecharunt. Would have been really cool if we started the whatchamacallit, right? Would have been really, really cool. I don't know why I'm poisoning my Pecharunt. I'm just trying to... You know, be an idiot. It would have been really cool if we got that Moltres. You know, if we were able to get that Moltres with the energy. Remember when we had that one fire energy? That was a fun time. Those were fun times when we got to see one energy. Yes, I know sequencing. So they're going to shut off my items. That's okay. Because I'm going to lose regardless. But we can put the Binding Mochi on the Latias, and that can actually knock out Golden Go. And Mad Panda, well, it's just, you have to understand, sequencing doesn't really matter all that much when you're going to lose regardless. You know, like, sequencing is very important in real life and in tournaments and stuff. But when you're facing a game that's actively trying to screw you over, you don't really have much of a chance. It makes me look more smarter. Well, that's impossible. You can't look any more smarter than this. Are you seriously? Seriously? Now you're going to give me the stupid fire energy? All right, well, let's do that. And then we're going to research. We're also down 2 Wondrous Patch. Love that. And then, yep, we get the Latios with the energy. So we're going to save you, and then we're going to go end turn. Okay, so they can't use Fezandipiti, and then they have to promote somebody. We're going to have access to our items. And my Pecharunt will not get knocked out. It's great. So the Moltres with a Binding Mochi does take the knockout. That's what you have to remember, is Mega Latias sucks, and Moltres is actually the GOAT. Because Moltres can just one-shot a Golden Go and a Teal Mask Ogerpon and several other things. But yes, Lena, I should always listen to women when they're telling me who the boss is. Yeah, when women are be like, you're the boss, pilot, I should be like, yes, you are correct, Lena. All right, they're going to go Cypher Maniac. So the Pecharunt looks like it's getting knocked out here unless they go for Counter Catcher. But then they'd have to lose quite a bit of energy. Oh, they got the Togekiss. Oh, right. Forgot about that. Should have knocked out the Togepi. I was wondering about that. Like, hey, should I just knock out the Togepi? That could be a problem later, but see, if it was me, the Togekiss is never going to flip heads. So I infer that, you know, I pass my consciousness onto my opponent. I'm like, hey, I would never flip heads with Togekiss, so obviously you never will either, right? And here we go. Please flip tails. That's all I ask of you, just flip tails. Oh my god, of course. All right, well, they can literally win the game next turn. Isn't that cool? Isn't that awesome? They can literally just win the game. It's how we all drew it up, isn't it? All right, so let's play with our balls. We'll go get a Fez and... how many Binding Mochi we got left? We got 1. And we also have used our thing. Coin flip counter needed? Yeah, definitely. All right, so let's get this guy out of here. So I have to use the Fez first, because if we get the Mochi... Oh, we got it! Oh, your Golden Go can suck my butt. You can Golden Go straight to hell. All right, so that goes there. We get that. I'm not going to screw up the sequencing because I'm a freaking genius. And then we go Toxic Powder. But now we're out of good cards, which is unfortunate. Now we have used all of our good cards. And I have to take 2 more knockouts to win, and they can theoretically just take 1. And we're also down 2 Wondrous Patch. Okay, so they knock out the Moltres. If I can... Actually, getting the Moltres back doesn't help. I have 3 bosses in the deck. So we're almost guaranteed to get one, because PDC Jill would never screw me over like that. And Super Smash Kart, remind me between games to change my catchphrase to, what do you think of my dress? It has pockets. And if they happen to go for the Mega Latias, that might be okay. Because they'd have to get rid of 6 energy. It's, you know, it's almost a guarantee that they'll do it. But they might just go for the Latias, and then if they do that, that keeps a ton of energy in play for me. And it also keeps the Moltres in play. So we kind of want them to get greedy. Or I guess technically it's not greedy to go for the Mega Latias in their situation if they have the knockout, because they can literally just win the game this turn. Right? All they have to do is flip a coin and they win the game like it's TCG Pocket. And that poison effect is sure... Remember when we had the huge purple bubbles? Now they're tiny purple bubbles. Okay. Interesting decision, right? Very interesting decision going for the Fez when I literally have a Moltres KO next turn. But they probably know, oh, it's Pilot. He's playing a Pokemon card deck, so obviously he doesn't got it like that. And it's very important that we do not put the Clefairy into play. So it's like, yeah, I mean, they're probably going to have it if they have it. But it's weak to metal, so it makes... See, they would have won. If they believed in the heart of the coin flips, they would have won the game. But because it's weak to metal, it just makes their life a little bit easier. So I don't think I can burn this hand... Never mind. But I don't think I can burn this hand down low enough to get the win here. And now we effectively... We have to. It's not even a choice anymore. We have to attack with Latias this turn, and we have to get the Iono. There's no ifs, ands, or nice buts about it. We have to get the Iono. The Latios has to come down. And then the following turn, I can take the knockout with Moltres. So, YouTube audience, this is going to go in the video because it's going to show you just how much PDCGL hates me. But this has happened. You see those two losses on the screen? It's been like this all 3 games. I just apparently don't play supporters. It makes no sense, but apparently I just keep forgetting to put supporters in the deck. Well, the thing is, I was going to Iono them. That was step 1. Step 1 was Iono them to 1, knock out their Golden Go. I also play 3 bosses in the deck. How many bosses have we seen since that first turn? Yeah, see, there's all my supporters. So that's basically what this stream has been so far. The first hour of the stream has just been... PDCGL was like, hey, I want you to suffer. Oh, wow, okay. Live just wants me to suffer today. It's going to be like, we're going to go 0 for 10. It's going to be hilarious. But this is the optimal build of the deck. It's just, Latios has 280 hit points. We ran into Typhlosion, and that does a perfect 280. So, of course, we lost that one. I apparently keep forgetting to put supporters in the deck. There's no way you got 6 energy in there. You only got 5. I mean, the fact that they didn't even draw all their cards kind of... Okay. Yeah, if you're, you know... Oh, and they got it. Please flip heads. Please flip heads just for fun. Oh, come on, PDCGL. At least have a sense of humor. Don't play Mega Latias. I had the idea, like, hey, how can I look at old Megas and how do they get improved with Phantasmal Flames? And it's like, well, apparently my Moltres is a Golden Go. We still don't know if Live's going to get another update this year. But I was like, hey, Wondrous Patch puts Psychic Energy into play. Can I pair that with Latios EX? I can. Doesn't mean I should. All right, so it's the, oh, goodness gracious. I hate how you can't block people from sending you a friend request. That is like the #1 thing. It's like anyone can just, ABC, the deck, you can't. The deck can't run. There's no room. Like, you're saying you want me to take out cards to make room for, you want me to take out cards to make room for Bravery Charm? What can I take out? I've already given you my soul. You know, I can't even find supporters. But yeah, don't worry. There's other versions of the deck that are just as bad and even worse in some situations. Because this is the good one. That's the sad thing. This is the good version. This is the good place. All right, so another terrible starting hand. Love that. Are we going first? We are going first. I guess this is where we're gonna live right now. I'm gonna put a Binding Mochi on a Squawkabilly, and then I'm going to get rid of the Perilous Jungle. Wait, yeah, we already have a Perilous Jungle, so we're just gonna lose that. That's cool. All right, then we get rid of 2 of those. We're gonna lose a Wondrous Patch. Love it. But we can use Motivate. So you're probably wondering, why'd you put the Binding Mochi on the Squawkabilly? Well, we might be attacking with Squawkabilly next turn. Oh, goody. Okay. Well, I think it's safe to say we're absolutely attacking with Squawkabilly next turn. Can't really not do that. So, yeah, let's go Toxic Powder. I mean, they're playing Sharknado, so I'm pretty sure we're just going to take the knockout here. But I may need to shake and bake. So I'm gonna not play with my balls. It's a rare opportunity where I'm not gonna play with my balls. How does it feel to be famous and rich? I mean, you get me to 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, then we'll talk. And never gonna let me down. Yeah, Wondrous Patch, great card. Too bad I had to get rid of 2 copies right off the bat. So we're gonna have 2 Wondrous Patch, but Squawkabilly is gonna be the MVP this game. I guarantee you. Squawkabilly will be the MVP. We're down to bosses. Okay, that's another free prize on the Tatsugiri. Oh, okay, cool. So they're playing a terrible deck. And I had someone ask, was it on the YouTube comments or Twitter? Is, you know, why is everyone playing Sharpedo? It's because it's free. Okay, so that's actually a free. Oh, hello. Why is everything going well right now? But I know what I should do. Okay, don't get me wrong. I know what I should be doing in this situation, but I don't want them to concede. So I have to be a little careful here. So let's go bosses the Toxel. So we go bosses the Toxel. We retreat into the Squawkabilly. I'm going to Brute Bonnet the Squawkabilly. I know it's going to take extra damage, but it's going to knock out the Toxel due to poison. We're going to power up the Latinas. And yeah, 1, 2. Okay, we're fine. We are crushing it right now. No, it's just, we're just focusing on Wondrous Patch with Latias today. There's a Diancie build, there's an Energy Sticker build. Because remember, we're still focusing on Phantasmal Flames. So like Blaziken and Dragapult, that's old. Right? I'll be focusing on Phantasmal Flames. I have like another couple weeks. I think I can get to Christmas. I can Cerule Edge myself until Christmas before I blow my entire load. And then I think like post-Christmas, you know, in the new year, I'll probably like dip my toes back into Mega Evolution a little bit. Because there were some fun ideas that I haven't quite been able to get to. And I have to kind of balance this. It's kind of a balancing act. Where there's a lot of decks, and J Mills, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I have to balance it because I'm not going to do the decks that are rotating until February and March because I want all, you know, 3,000 cards to be available. So there's some decks that I have to put on the butt burner until February and March. Are you just going to give me more free prizes? That's cool. You know, I'll sacrifice a Squawkabilly just for more free prizes. So the sad thing is that they're not really doing anything, except I would still win this game if they were doing something. So that's what really sucks. And Walking Point, that's a Mega Evolution card. What did I just say? All right, we got a Wondrous Patch when we don't need it literally at all. All right, well, let's take another free knockout and then just knock out the Sharknado for a win. Hang on, how actually do I finagle this? Yeah, actually, yeah, I think this is correct. I think this is correct, is motivating both of them to the Latias. I believe that's the correct call. And I'll explain that after I take my prize. And this will be a boss's. The other Latias. So I believe that's the correct call. Because I have 2 Night Stretcher in my hand, they're not going to Iono me. And if they do, we have decent odds of getting a Latios or something. But they're going to knock out the Squawkabilly. Knocking out Squawkabilly puts an energy in the discard pile, which is really good. I don't know why they're putting damage on the Seviper. Seviper is not going to be attacking for at least another turn. So they need to... I think that was a sequencing error, as you know, the master of both baiting and sequencing errors. Unless they have a Darkness Energy in their hand, they should have... Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so never mind. It was not a sequencing error. They just got it like that. And unfortunately for them, I'd get to activate Fezandipiti if I had one. All right, so that was my whole strategy was, hey, what if we do it this way? Hello. Because I believe that was the correct call. But you'll also notice that Wondrous Patch did nothing this entire game. All right, so... the problem here is that I essentially have to put the other... No, we can put the Mew down. Because I'm going to be doing at least 300 to the Sharknado, so that's fine. All right, so we just got to believe in the heart of the cards. We realistically only need 1 Wondrous Patch to work its magic here. All right, there's a Fez. There's no way we lose this game. There's literally 0 chance we lose this game. Okay, there's a slight chance we lose this game. I just have to go for Illusory Impulse. That's all there is. So I have to go for Illusory Impulse. And then we don't win, because remember, Sharknado is a poison type, or dark type, so it doesn't get affected by Perilous Jungle. So yes, I'm actually smart, but if they don't retreat the Sharpedo, then we win. Yeah, Sharknado, the Pedo is a dark type. And we can't do the thing. Just Perilous Jungle. So I was not BMing all of them. This Pedo only hides in the shadows. All right, they have to retreat. They got the thing, so they're knocking out my Latias. Can we please get that bosses? All I literally need to win is my 3rd bosses. That's it. Alternatively, I have jammed up my bench too much, and we lose the game. Yeah, I should not have put the Mew down. That was a mistake, because now I can't use Latios. But we're also out of Night Stretcher. So I wouldn't even be able to attack with Latios anyway. So we are literally in a situation where I have to get bosses. Or... yeah, or I can Ursaluna for game. Okay, I can't thin the deck. We prized our other bosses. And I don't think we can do it with Mochi, can we? I don't think we can do it with Mochi. So we prized 2 bosses this game. That's really cool. We prized 2 bosses, and I have no more recovery, and now we just lose. Isn't that fun? Isn't that great? All right, well, Ursaluna, come on down. I mean, they're doing 270, so there's no one that they can't knock out. I have to Carmine. And then we just have to hope for the Binding Mochi, because we're doing 280. Yeah, this is, again, this is the deck. This is why the deck is so much fun. Is we're going to be this short of a KO. And then, yeah, we're doing 280. We're 20 damage short. Again, I prized 2 bosses the whole game. We got that first bosses off the prizes, then the 3rd one, of course, was MIA. This was just an easy win. This should have been the easiest win of my career, but Mega Latias just finds a way to lose. This game is, sorry, this deck. This deck, yeah. Don't listen to me when like, hey, what if we put Wondrous Patch and Mega Latias? That's a great idea. All right, so that was Sharpedo. So that should have just been a win. Yeah. And Mad Panda, well, that's the whole point of the deck, right? Is you're supposed to just get off to the craziest start ever and then do the thing. But then it doesn't do it properly, right? So let's, I guess we need more recovery. Clefairy's done nothing for us. But I know as soon as we get rid of the Clefairy, it's going to be helpful. All right, so we'll get rid of that. We'll put in, let's put in a Super Rod. Okay. We're going to be totally fine. Everything's going to be great. We're only 0-4. We're only 0-4. We'll be fine. All right, KY Jelly, K1419. And J-Mills, yeah. Win a game when? And Lena, no, I would get the Pal Pad in my turn one hand. So what would happen is I would get Pal Pad, start Squawkabilly, get Pal Pad, and then have a handful of 5 energy. And then I'd have to Squawkabilly, and obviously I'd Squawkabilly away the Pal Pad. All right, see, this is another shining example of how great this deck is. Moondust, no, that'll never happen. I tested this deck for several hours. It went horribly. Okay. We might have a chance to win. All right, so let's attach that to you. We're going to lose the bosses in a Night Stretcher, but that's okay because we have 2 more bosses. Oh, dear God. It's fine because we got 2 more bosses. Well, we're about to lose another one. Okay, well, I guess we save that. Let's keep the Brute Bonnet in the active. No, I already warned the YouTube audience that this deck is terrible and you shouldn't play it, but you get to watch my suffering. So I just have to pick the 3 best games. So the 3 games where my sanity is questioned the most. And it's Golden Go again. Fantastic. Can we please get the Secret Box or something? Because remember, every single time I play against the Poison Donk deck, they always just have it turn 1. So naturally, I play the Poison Donk deck, and 7 ball cards plus a Squawkabilly. Nah, how about both of your bosses? 2 of your 3 bosses and 2 of your 3 Perilous Jungles. How about that? Okay, I mean, if we get the right card, we can shake and bake. We can shake and bake here. Oh, we actually got the Secret Box. What? Okay, wait, how do I forget what I was supposed to do. I forget what I was supposed to do. Okay. Everybody chill. Everybody chill for a second. Okay, so we go Perilous Jungle, Ancient Busted Booster. Okay, so we have bosses, and then we go Nest Ball, and the supporter shall be Iono. Okay, and then we get the Pecharunt. I will bosses a Golden Go, because, I want them to draw more cards. Also, they have an energy trapped on their dude. All right, then we go strafe. We strafe into the Pecharunt, and then somehow we win. I don't know how we're going to win this game, but somehow we'll find a way. Life, we'll find a way. Also, I can just, Moltres. I just go get Moltres and solo with Moltres. But this is a Mega Latias. This is a Mega Latias deck with Wondrous Patch. Moltres is just there for moral support. I would prefer if it was there for oral support, but that might burn a little bit. And, you know, a little burning after getting oral support is normal. You know, it just means you did it right. And Liquid Ghost, well, I'm going to be doing rotation videos, but no, those take too long and don't get very many views, and all I'd care about is views. And Mad Panda, if it lasts 3 weeks, go to the doctor. No, don't worry, I have other decks. I have other builds of this deck. This will be the last one we play with Pecharunt Poison, because this is the best one. Right? This is the best version of the deck. And I 100% agree. You cut out the Wondrous Patch. You take out the 4 Wondrous Patch, this deck is much better. But in order to make room for the 4 Wondrous Patch to facilitate my terrible, terrible ideas, you got to do some things you don't want to. You got to do some things that, you know, you're going to regret in the morning. And I highly regret this. But I spent several hours yesterday building multiple different lists, trying to find the right, like, cards. I looked up every single Psychic Pokemon. Is there a single good Psychic Pokemon you can put in the deck? There really isn't. And ABC, hey, we're over 100. Wait, why didn't they go for the knockout? Interesting decision. Okay, I guess we just put our Latios in play and then Iono? Actually, I think I sacrificed the Latios, right? Right, because if I sacrifice the Latios, that's okay. Because, you know, if you have to sacrifice one of your children, it may as well be one you don't like very much. I mean, do I put the Fez? I guess I put the Fez into play. We sacrifice the Latios. Again, I'm not going to use the Moltres right now. The Moltres is a last-ditch effort. And we'll do that. And we go retreat. Go into you, strafe into the Latios. Again, they don't get to activate Fezandipiti. All right, so they are going to have a bosses, because that's just what they do. But they don't get to activate Fezandipiti, and they only have 1 Golden Go. And yes, the way it's looking, we'll get an Among Us stream. And how do you play Blood Moon? You just wait until your opponent takes 5 prizes, then attack for free. Or are you talking about Baby Blood Moon? Are you talking about Ursaluna EX or Baby Blood Moon? And they're not here. The first win of the stream, and they peaced out. Well, that can't be in the YouTube video, can it? Why didn't I leave the Baby Pecharunt? Because this allows me to do more things, right? If they send up, like, say, a Solrock, right? I was thinking they weren't going to rage quit. But if they sent up, like, a Solrock or something, then I can use the Pecharunt, right? Because I don't want to put my Latinas in harm's way. So keeping the Pecharunt just makes more sense in the long term. I don't need the Latios, because if they target my Latinas, you know, it becomes useless. So it was just the lesser of 2 evils, and it also takes 3 energy to knock out the Latios instead of 2. You know, I valued the Pecharunt more than the Latios, but then of course they just leave and it doesn't matter, and PDCGL doesn't have a way to check for people not being here. Yeah, cool. Uh-oh, what the hell did I just do? We win our first game, and it's because they rage quit, and I can't get content for a YouTube video. Yeah, great game. Oh, man. If I win this game, I'm going to get a Fabian rise in my pants, am I right? And the reason we're playing one more is because I feel like the deck is actually working now. And then, of course, we get a... This is actually pretty good. No, PDCGL is not going to win an award. And they would typically post about the patch. If there's a patch next week, they'd post about it today, and there's no patch notes or anything, so I'm taking it we won't get a patch. Okay, the Super Rod top deck is a bit iffy. I mean, I guess I have to play with my balls. Wait, what is the exact wording? Discard this Pokemon. So there's no reason to poison it because they're just going to swap it out for somebody else. So honestly, yeah, there's no reason to do anything. Let's just end turn. This is just such an awkward hand. Like if I go for Squawkabilly, I guess I could have knocked out the Ditto, but the problem is if I go for Squawkabilly, there's a very high chance we just don't get it, and then I've lost my Super Rod, I've lost a booster, I've lost a Perilous Jungle, I've lost an Iono. I've just lost, like, a ton of things. So yeah, I could have been very destructive, but we only have, you know, a few Ancient Boosters, a few Perilous Jungle. Knocking out the Ditto would have required me to get a Brute Bonnet plus an Ancient Booster plus a Pecharunt. And if I wanted that to happen, I'd have to sacrifice, like, everything. But we do have a decent chance to win this game. Because that's three... I can take three... Did they just put a Jet Energy on a Badoo? Okay, that's fine. So... yeah, we can't use items. That's okay. You know I maybe should have played with my balls a little bit, but... you know, sometimes you don't want to play with your balls, and also we just have the knockout on the Badoo. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool hand we have there. That's I call my hand Luke because it's really cool. All right, so let's strafe. Let's go into the Latios. And unless they blow me with the Dusclops, we should be fine. Oh, that's not great. Okay, so let's say they blow up. If they blow up the Dusknoir and then knock out my Latias, we're in huge trouble. And that's why I wanted to knock out the Badoo with Poison, is because, you know, they wouldn't be able to activate Fezandipiti. But this is a big but. Don't be a Dusknoir. Don't be a Dusknoir. Don't be a Dusknoir. Good. I mean, they're probably still going to get a Dusknoir. And they also... wait, have they not used a supporter yet? This is their board state. And there's the bosses. Okay, well... interesting preemptive bosses. But I take it to mean that they just kind of have it all like that. And they got the Dusclops. They got the dude. But the thing is, they can't knock out my second Mega Latias unless they put a Duskull down this turn. And they also need, you know, Lopunny and energy. And they've played a supporter. So they need to probably, I think, obviously we don't know what's in their hand, but I think they go for Jet Energy off the Pidgeot, retreat into Kangaskhan, and then hope you get the Lopunny off the Kangaskhan. Oh, there's an Enriching Energy. That's much better than that. That's, you know, some would say that's 2 more cards than what Kangaskhan would get you. I'm about to get blown by Fabian. Yes, but I can knock out a Lopunny and go down to 1 prize. And they have to knock out a Latias to win the game. Okay, luckily that 10 damage from the Badoo didn't come back to bite me in the butt, which is nice. All right, so we have all the pieces we need to win. Everything is in place. Literally everything is in place for us to not lose this game. And yet PDCGL will still find a way to screw us over. All right, we got this. Everybody, say it with me. My balls are nice and toasty. All right. Oh, that's another card we needed. All right, here we go. So let's go. Oh god, do I go get Fez or do I go get Brute Bonnet? We 100% need the Brute Bonnet. We potentially don't need the Fez. So that's my thinking there is we need the Brute Bonnet. We don't necessarily need the Fez. All right, we do need several other things though. Yeah, let's get that. So we attach the fire. Come on, Carmine. You've never let me down before. Don't start now. Actually, we don't even need the Binding Mochi. And then, of course, we get the Binding Mochi. Notice what is missing from this picture. Something seems to be missing from this picture. Something very important that would allow us to accelerate energy. I'm just going for it. If we don't get it, this is because BDCGL hates me. All right, I'm drawing 6 more cards. 2 of them have to be Wondrous Patch. There's 1. We just need 1 more Wondrous Patch. There's 3 more in the deck. You can suck my butt dry. Oh, man. I guess it makes more sense to put the energy on the Mew. Because why not? All right, and then I have to sacrifice... oh yeah, I guess I just put the energy. Sure, why not? And I can sacrifice the Latias. So we go Strafe, Latias. Yes, we're gonna go into the Latias. Because, you know, an Iono becomes much more powerful if I do this. Well, it can also be the balls of your feet. But this is just literally how the entire stream has gone, is just, I'm always 1 piece short. You know, I still haven't watched the Netflix series. And they don't currently have a way to retreat that Kangaskhan. They're about to. They're about to get a way to retreat that Kangaskhan, but when I said that, they didn't currently have one. Now they're about to. Unless they prized... Nope, they didn't. Of course not. Okay. And there's a Lilies. So with the Pidgeot... Huh. Yeah, Wondrous Patch just makes this deck worse. Because it takes up 4 spots. Right? You kind of have to play your Mew... You know, because you need another Psychic type. You know, you play 2 Latias. Don't play Wondrous Patch. Don't do it. You need Gust cards that aren't just bosses. Like, you need Counter Catcher or Pokemon Catcher. You can't play Prime Catcher because you need Secret Box to get all the things to do the poison thing. So what I discovered through 90 minutes on stream today, plus several hours yesterday, is that Wondrous Patch... Oh, God. Wondrous Patch makes Mega Latias poison worse. Because you take out 4 good cards and put in 4 cards that might not help. Okay, that's fine. I need to see, because I'm in a situation where I need to Iono and bosses in the same turn. Well, there's an Iono. So we're knocking out the Lopunny. That's cool. Notice how we still didn't get a Wondrous Patch. And also, I shouldn't have promoted the Mew, but whatever. All right, so... Yeah, true. True. They definitely help if you don't do that. All right, so that goes there. We have to Iono them to 1. I guess I put the Ursaluna with the Binding Mochi in play as well. Which one's more important? I mean, the Ursaluna can attack and do the thing. So I guess the Ursaluna is the correct one. Yeah, I guess. So we go Binding Mochi on you. And then, sure, let's get that out of there. Oh, this game is great. This game is just so much fun, isn't it? This game is awesome. All right, let's let's Illusory Impulse. And yeah, we get rid of all of our energy. So I'm gonna need my Switch real bad. real bad here, which it's probably in the discard pile. Oh, cool. We prized Secret Box. Right, I forgot about that. We prized the Secret Box. If it somehow, some way we survive this turn, we probably win the game next turn because we can knock out everybody. I can go get a Switch. I can research into a million Wondrous Patch. There's no way we lose this game. And YouTube audience, if you're wondering about that one win, it was against a Golden Go player that rage quit, so it didn't make it in the video. Because all I did was just beat them off right off the bat with a Pecharunt. They couldn't activate Fezandipiti, so they rage quit. Hang on. Hang on. I don't think you keep playing if you don't have it. So remember, they would have won if I had just a 70 hit point weakling, because the fan Rotom could just take a knockout. Hello. They got rid of my amazing hand, but that's okay. Oh, what? No, I need an energy. I need an energy. Actually, do I need an energy? Yeah, I need an energy. I can't bring up the fan Rotom. Oh, I have to pick a target here. Actually, no, the correct call here 100% is bossing the Baniri. Right? No matter what, I have to just boss the Baniri. Oh my god! Right? Bossing the Baniri, because this way they can't use the Gust. Like, obviously, if they have a Jet Energy, then we're screwed. But just come on. Come on, PDCGL. I believe in you. No! No! Why? Why are you like this? Okay. All right, I'm just going for it. I know that they're going to have it. I know that they're going to win. But I want to just poison, because if they get a Lopunny and they have another jamming tap, and there's the Switch, of course. But they still need an energy. Still need an energy to win. Why did I poison? Because I want to get a timer. Like, you know how in movies and TV shows they have an arbitrary timer? It's to give you a false sense of suspense. And even though the timer is just like an arbitrary thing, and yeah, see, we lose. But I wanted to give an arbitrary sense of suspense because we weren't going to win anyway. Because I didn't get any energy and my hand is dead cards. So I would have needed, you know, a Night Stretcher or more supporters, but then they just hit that Iono and we lose. So the reason I poison is because, you know, it's just a cheap filmmaking trick when it's like, oh no, we only have 5 minutes, and then the timer gets down to 10 seconds and it's counting down really slow. It's like, oh, we cut the red wire with 1 second left. Oh, because it builds false tension for the audience. So it's basically like they're tricking you into thinking that something's more important than it actually is. But what's not more important is Mega Latias with poison and Wondrous Patch. Just don't play Wondrous Patch. And if you're questioning my decision to poison, I wasn't going to win. I would have had to top deck an energy. And even if I top deck an energy, they had a Mega Lopunny, and I can't knock out a Mega Lopunny. So I would have had to boss, but they probably would have Ion. We weren't going to win, okay? It was going to be a disaster. No, I meant to do that. That was intentional. I just wanted the game to be over with because, you know, they didn't win, I lost. There's a difference. No, that was 100% intentional. I wanted to do that, again, because I want to build tension here. It's like the tension that I have with a bottle of foot lotion before I put it on my toes. You know, you got to build that tension. All right, so we're going to play the Diancie build. And Lena, what do you mean I would have won? There was no way I would have won that game. The only way I would have won is if I had top decked an energy, and that was like a 1 in 20 chance. And we all know that ain't happening. All right, so our dugout. But yeah, it's supposed to add more suspense to it, right? Like, if I don't do that, you're just going to be sitting there for one more turn like, oh, hey, Pilot wasted 5 more minutes of my life because he didn't poison. He could have just poisoned and let it all be over with. Okay, this is a starting hand. I guess we start the Moltres. They decided to go second. And ABC because I upload the videos. Well, that's... Please tell me I have a dude in the deck. Please tell me there's a dude in the deck. That's all I want is just a dude. All I want to do is do things to a dude. All right, so let's get rid of the Mew and the research. We have another Ho-Ho. I don't think this is a Squawkabilly turn 1. And I just want to get the Mega Latias. We put that there. And then we go end turn. So this is why the deck sucks. Well, I mean, there's several reasons. But this is why the deck sucks, is they start a 70 hit point Dreepy. We're playing the non-poison build. How do I knock out that Dreepy turn 1? Well, if I played the new Zacian for Phantasmal Flames, that could knock it out if I put Clefairy down. But I would also have to attach it. They're not here. And that's the thing. It can't do 70 damage. It does 40. So it's like, yeah, I would love to, but it can't do 70 damage. Ooh, I can knock out a Badoo. I can knock out a Badoo with the Moltres, actually, which is nice. And we do have Ethan's Ho-Ho, which can heal. So that's good. All right, so if they do the thing that they're going to do... no, but Ho-Oh, it heals. So if they try to spread counters like their cheeks... then it'll heal 50 damage from each of your Pokemon, so that's good. All right, just a little bit of help, and we will be fine. That would have been a useless card anyway, though I guess I could have thinned a little bit. And of course we don't get what we need, but that's fine, because I'm going to knock out their Badoo. Would have been much happier knocking it out with the Moltres, but that's fine. All right, then we go Strafe. Let me take a wild guess what they're about to do. I'll give you a hint. It starts with... Wait, what is it? It starts with an I and ends in a Temlock Badoo. So ABC, I will look into streaming on YouTube and Twitch next year. It's just I upload the videos to YouTube. You know, it's something I have to look into, like how will it impact? Because I know there's lots of streamers who also stream on YouTube and cut up their streams like what I do on Twitch and put them on YouTube, and they still do really well. So that's something I'll definitely look at. Right, because they're gonna Dusclops or Dusknoir and then just go into Badoo. Or they have a Latias. Or they just attach. But you know, you can't, you know, this isn't Vegas. You can't just marry a stranger. You can't marry Mega Latias, Poison, Wondrous Patch with like Crispin and all the other things that you need. And never gonna let me down. But the thing is, it would help on the streaming side. But as you know, I make a lot more money from YouTube videos. Again, I'll have to look into it. You know, I'll probably slide into For the Win's DMs, and instead of asking for feet pics like I normally do, I'll just, you know, ask like, how has it affected your videos? But For the Win doesn't cut up his streams. He does, you know, oh, hello. He does exclusive things. And Zedman, I always wonder what it would be like to not suck a butt, but then I play PDC Gel and I'm reminded every single freaking day. All right. And that's the thing. Well, I have lots of plans for next year, because remember, I'm not doing the gaming channel. So all the time, because like, I spent 50 hours at least on that Can I Beat Pokemon Shield with Tackle video. And so just think what I can do whacking off for 50 hours straight. Just think about me whacking off for 50 hours straight. Ooh, yeah, just think about, just whacking off for 50 hours just in a row. All right, so yeah, let's knock out the Badoo. Go for that. We shall attach, I guess, to the Ho-Ho. Because you have to be aware. I mean, they're most likely not going to Dusknoir my Latios, but we can't take the chance. I mean, if they did, it'd be... We prized... Oh my god, this game! This game is insane! I also forgot to count our last loss, I think. And For the Win's busy. For the Win comments on the video still. Remember when I said, you know, how do you attract a wild For the Win? You play a hit and run deck, or you call soccer football. And never gonna let me down. Yeah, it is a little bit of work, and I'm a boomer, so I don't know technology, which is unfortunate. Oh, I did count the last loss. Really, I've only lost 5 games. It feels like more. It feels like more than 5. So wait, are they essentially have to get a Dragapult this turn. If they don't get Dragapult this turn, they are in the thick of it. And June, there we go. Okay, so unless they sacrifice their Dusclops, this is not going to end well for them. I do not recommend blowing me. I mean, you could. I wouldn't be upset. Because I literally just have a knockout on the Dragapult. Oh my god, as soon as we switch decks, everything's coming up Millhouse? What is this craziness? No! We had the perfect hand! Oh, what the hell is that? Oh my god. Okay, no, this is fine. This is fine. Everything's great. Everything is awesome. No, because we actually still have it. And never gonna let me down. Make sure that car runs on Miraidon power. Okay, so that's GG. We just won the game. Because they don't have a backup attacker. I have to go get the Latias. Oh, but they can do terrible things to me next turn. Oh no, I'm concerned. I have concerns right now about what's about to happen here. I have grave concerns. Yep. Okay, sure, and then we retreat. This is, as long as they can't find their Neo Upper Energy, we'll be okay. But when's the last time they never found their Neo Upper? So the question is, do I put the Ursaluna down? Because they can take a 5-prize turn. So I think I have to, right? Just in case they take a 5-prize turn, I kind of have to. Because then I can literally win with the bosses, but we prized all our bosses, and now they're on the bottom of our deck. Though I did shuffle it, and there's those cards. And it does partially good. So yes, next year I will look into streaming on YouTube. There is some rule where if you're streaming on Twitch and YouTube, you can't have the YouTube chat appear on screen if you're streaming on Twitch. So there's just some really weird foible with that, where if you're streaming on both platforms, you're allowed to. Twitch allows you to, YouTube allows you to, but you can't have the YouTube chat appear. Okay. Still got to retreat the Fez, but you can't have the YouTube chat appear on screen. So like everyone, say how amazing I am. It's something, I can't remember the exact specifics. I can't remember exactly what it is, but yeah, just, you see that chat in the bottom left? You're allowed to do that. Okay, hey, that's actually potentially good. Though, give me a supporter. There's a Diancie. What were you just saying, Gorgoroth? I feel like you jinxed me. Okay, well, that's never doing anything. So I have... This is such an awkward position because I have to go up with the Ho-Ho. Right? The Ho-Oh has to go in the active because if I promote anybody else, well, actually, no, they can just gust. But the thing is, if I promote the Ho-Oh, I can't use its ability. I am in a rough situation here. All right, so yeah, we just kind of have to go for the Ho-Oh. And then maybe Ho-Ho hope for something playable. Hey, there's a playable card. What the hell is this? I just said there were playable cards. Okay, so we actually, if I put the Diancie down and then I Wondrous Patch to the Diancie, we put that there, I can win next turn with the bosses. They just can't have Dragapult, Retreat, thingy thing. Right? So, oh no, we also need an energy. And there it is. Yep, I knew they always have it. They always have the Neo Upper. But I can win if yeah, they got the that's GG unless they don't have a retreat card. Yep, there's the Latias or the retreat card. My goodness. Yep, there's Latias, retreat, take 3 prizes. It truly is crazy how easily this deck just falls on its face. All right, well that's it. Wait, did they? Oh, I was like, what is the holdup? You got a game. Wait, did they prize their other dragon? What was the point of that? That's not very nice, especially when your timer is 4 minutes lower than mine. This deck, the stream is cursed. The deck is cursed. Even when you just need like one thing to go right, it's never going to happen. Do not play Mega Latias. Oh man, yeah. See, I needed to do this because we're going to be playing decent decks going forward. So I wanted to get this out of the way. Like, I want to have something to balance out the good. Because remember, I spent a lot of time watching Magic streamers and YouTubers just to get some ideas on what to do. And they will literally upload drafts that are an hour long, and they just go 0-3 drop without a single win, and they'll still get tens of thousands of views. So it is sometimes nice to balance it out because you don't know what's going to happen, right? There's an air of you don't know what's going to happen. And then we start the Kangaskhan. What the hell is his hand? I don't know, but we did start the Kangaskhan. Like, again, you can't make this stuff up. Look at this starting hand. Like, if I want to be able to play the game, I have to use research. But if I want to, you know, if I went first, if I chose to go first, if I knew that I was getting this hand, they're playing Alakazam. If I knew I was going to get this hand, I would have chosen to go first because then we just get a, you know, right away attack. Gordoroth, yes, you do. You always come. When you see people in pain, you always come. All right, so they should have fan called first and then played with their balls. Because they already knew that they could get, unless they really wanted 4 Dunsparce. All right, is there any way that I can win against Alakazam? And this is what I'm playing on Monday. Unless I, you know, discover a good deck, which is very unlikely between now and then. Risky much? Whatever the opposite of dreams are, this is what we're dealing with right now. All right, so I have Maractus. I have Thames. Yep. Sure. Let's run some errands. That helped slightly, I guess. Okay. I guess I go Crispin for each of these. I know we want the terastallizing psychic energy in the hand. We put that there. And then I want to play with my balls. We go and get the Latias. I think they could only get 1 Abra, and then they just have a bunch of Dunsparce and stuff. So then we go Retreat, Wondrous Patch. corner. But yeah, I definitely have no idea how we're supposed to win this game. Like, I just have to hunt Abra the entire way through, I guess. But the Maractus isn't doing us any favors. Yeah, so this was their entire plan. Like, yeah, if I knock out one Abra, who cares? Like, I'm playing a Mighty Kangaskhan, it doesn't matter. So in an alternate universe, I could have built up the Mega Kangaskhan, but that doesn't really help, right? Because they're just going to two-shot it, right? Like, I could knock out the Fan Rotom next turn, and then maybe a Kadabra next turn, but then they will probably be in a situation where they can just one-shot my Kangaskhan. And, like, I don't want to lose these bosses, but Iono is more important than bosses in this matchup. The only thing is I'm going to be able to, you know, sort of wait them out a little bit. Because Fan Rotom is the only one that I can trap. The Dunsparce and, you know, Abra would evolve, and then Alakazam can attack. So Fan Rotom is the only one I can do this to, but because I have Research in my hand, I'm not in a good spot. And, you know, we have Moltres, but this is exactly what I was talking about is the issue with this deck, is what are you supposed to do when they have a 70 hit point Pokemon in the active and you can only do 40 and you don't play Poison because the strategy of the deck doesn't allow for those types of cards, right? You want to play the Poison build to deal with things like 70 hit point Fan Rotom, but then you have to cut away some of the things that make the deck better because you have to go for a fast build. So it's like you either focus on Strafe or Illusory Impulse, but if you focus on Illusory Impulse and you face Alakazam or Typhlosion or, you know, Golden Go, just anything good that doesn't give up 3 prizes, you're kind of screwed. And my strategy is to just, oh, they're going for an ass landing? Okay, that's fine. That's actually good. I want them to go for an ass landing because they'll get knocked out coming into my turn. And then I'll just get another, hopefully, free prize. Oh my goodness. Okay. There's a Latios. We are going to be out of Gust cards, but I mean, does it really matter if I'm out of Gust cards? I mean, yes, but also no. Like, yeah, being out of Gust cards sucks, but, you know, what else am I supposed to do? Okay, so let's put, I guess, yeah, we go Night Stretcher for that. We'll put it on the Kangaskhan with Defiance Band, sure. Because, yeah, there's no reason to use bosses because I want the Fan Rotom to knock me out. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, let's go corner. Somebody call the coroner, but not for me. Okay, so we have Gravitity Mountain. They have yet to get a Kadabra. So it would have been cool if I could have bossed one of those. But we know they're just sitting on Rare Candy Alakazam because they're not in a hurry, right? There's no reason to put a Kadabra down or put an Alakazam into play. Not when they have that kind of a hand. And they can just do all the things. So, like, yes, it would have been nice to go after a Dunsparce and stuff. But this is the thing with the deck. It just struggles. Like, Diancie is just better, right? You know, I know Diancie tops out at 240, but this is like Mega Latias, but better. Because you can just Wondrous Patch directly to it. Hang on, did I just come up with a deck idea? How about Binding Mochi Mega Diancie? Huh? There's an idea. It's a bad idea, but it's an idea. I'm going to write it down. Mega Diancie, because Wondrous Patch, right? How could that be bad? Let me, where's my revisits? Mega Diancie. What if Mega Diancie sucked a huge... All right, what if Mega Diancie used poison plus Binding Mochi plus Wondrous Patch? Well, it'd be even worse, but, you know, I want Wondrous Patch to do something. See, yeah, exactly. They're just gonna go for the Alakazam. They know I just got rid of all my bosses. Hopefully, they just take the knockout and don't realize. And Oreo, I already did that. I already featured that one. But yeah, I already featured the Lily's Clefairy with all the things, right? That had, yeah, that was the thing. Damn it. Damn it. They're smart. How dare they be smart? You're not allowed to do that. That's not allowed here. All right, so let's get those and those. We have Ursaluna. We have no one who can do anything, and that's fantastic. All right, let's corner one more time. And hey, that is, yes, I do have ideas for Alakazam EX, but again, they're all really bad. Because of course they are. But our Chaladon is the Saturday deck. Remember, this is going to be the first no Friday, but yes, Saturday stream. And they are 100% going to knock out that Mega Kangaskhan. That Mega Kangaskhan is not long for this world. So if they knew what they were doing, they would not pop a Dunsparce here. They would not use Dunsparce in this situation. So yeah, Saturday is our Chaladon with the new Duraludon in our Chaladon and a couple other spicy things. Monday is going to be Alakazam with some things you wouldn't expect. Whatever. And then Tuesday, I'm not quite sure what Tuesday is going to be. Hey, thank you. Did they think Battle Cage was going to protect them? Because it doesn't protect you if you're in the active. So they learned a valuable lesson today. All right, so they'll send up a Dunsparce. And, I mean, the Diancie doesn't do anything, right? The Diancie's kind of useless. Well, that's not an Iono. So let's go get a Fez. Let's not get a Fez. That was a test. You failed. I was just testing you. Okay. Let's run some errands. Can we please get an Iono? I'd like to use both if I can. That's not an Iono, but that is an Earthen Vessel, and we shall use that. Okay, so Gravity Mountain goes down. Wondrous Patch to you. Let's go, yeah, Psychic Energy on you. Play with our balls. I guess Ursaluna comes into play. Do I just research the hand? Because, I mean, Ho-Oh's not going to do... I want them to have to knock out both the Kangaskhan and the Latias. And at least with research that, you know, gets those cards that I don't really need out of the deck. And gets me no cards that I actually need, because that's awesome. All right, so then let's go play with our balls. Again, I'm doing that a lot today. The problem with putting the Mew down is that they're not going to Iono me. So as much as I want to put the Mew down because it makes sense, we're not actually going to do that. Yeah, so Kangaskhan's getting knocked out. But then I do have a revenge KO with Mega Latias or Ursaluna. I mean, they're both pretty comparative in everything. You know, hey, how's Ursaluna compared to this 3-prizer? Well, Ursaluna has 260 hit points and does 240 for free. What does Latias do? Well, it has 20 more hit points and does 60 more damage, but it costs 3 energy. Not a big difference there. So yes, to address the why don't I stream on YouTube, I have lots of plans for next year. I'm going to get that stupid project I've been working on forever out of the way. It's going to take a while, but it's, you know, I'm going to expand my horizons. You know, like how PlayStation made a Lego game about the Horizon series and they put it on a Nintendo platform. I'm going to expand my horizons. You know, if everything goes my way, I'll hit 50,000 subs next year. You know, we might hit 30,000 this year, probably not. You know, probably like early January we hit 30,000 subs. But next year, I'm trying to hit 50K. Also, I have 2 Iono in the deck, and notice how we haven't seen a single one, and there's 14 cards left in the deck. They're just 2 Iono in here. Notice that? Notice how there's 2 Iono? That is a lot of toes. I agree with you. And also, if I play I don't think I play Fezandipiti because you're like, how does Fezandipiti help? They're just gonna take a big knockout and then I can't win. I have to admit, this was kind of pathetic. I mean, this was kind of more than pathetic. Like, it wasn't even a competitive game. Let's be honest. This was not even close to being competitive. It seemed like, you know, just because I lasted a long time doesn't mean she enjoyed herself. I mean, just because the game didn't end right away doesn't mean I wasn't, you know, out of the game on like turn 1. Okay, so praised here. Yeah, you know, maybe this does end up as a stream exclusive, right? Maybe I do make it a stream exclusive or a VOD channel exclusive. Because this was worse than I could possibly imagine. Like, I thought my testing was just kind of like a fluke Skywalker, but this just went, like, I thought I was going to win a couple games. You know, that one win doesn't really even count. Your opponent chose heads, flipping the coin. Can you believe that's a screen in this game? Is it has to tell us it's flipping a coin? Oh my goodness. Okay, yep. No, that's fine. That's cool. Okay. That's actually not bad. Am I going first or second? I'm going first. I still think we send the Maractus up. Okay. Well, I was spared from having to do what I was about to have to do. And then if I just go attach to the Maractus, we don't have to use our Squawkabilly anymore thanks to the clutch of Lily top deck. I have a decent feeling that we're going to win this game. They did start the Zekrom, which is really good, but they're probably going to find a way to retreat at turn 1, but they're probably not even here. So why am I even talking? You know, for the... Oh, crap. For the Twitch audience? Nah, I only do this for the YouTube audience. You know, you sexy people over on YouTube who are definitely subscribed. Uh-oh. I mean, I guess what I can do in a desperation play is, like, boss is an electric and try to buy myself 5 turns, but then it's like, what do I do with those 5 turns? I'll be down in bosses? So I guess I just do Miraidon. Yeah, it's just a Miraidon deck. So Kiryu with Miraidon deck. This, I have a good feeling. Okay, so they're playing. We can knock out Mega Latias with a maximum belt. They have Academy. That would have helped me a little while ago. All right, so if they retreat into anybody, we're kind of fine. Uh-oh. Okay, maybe we're not fine. Maybe we're not fine. No, I take it back. Please don't do this. Please don't do this to me. Oh my god. And let me guess, you got a Lily's determination? Oh no, you just got a knockout. Okay. That was not fair. Can we all agree that was not cool? You know, that was like a melted ice cream cone. That was not chill. All right, well, at least I mean, if it was an Iron Hands, that'd probably make me feel better because at least they had to torque for it. All right, so let's go Gravity Mountain. I mean, I can attach the basic energy, but believe it or not, I can knock out that Miraidon this turn with Moltres if we get Moltres maximum belt energy. Well, we got Moltres maximum belt and the wrong energy. So that's cool. And I can knock it out with Diancie because Diancie is better. Because Diancie is actually better than the other dude. Okay. So Moltres. Yep, you can stop terastallizing at any point. All right, then Ultra Ball away, Latios and Gravity Mountain. I mean, technically, I could go get Latias, or I could get... Oh, no, we prized the... Yeah, we don't have what I want. All right, so we have to take the knockout. I have to lose both things. Wait, do I? No, we just do the maximum belt. Easy. So now we can just sort of tank with the Mega Diancie, proving that Mega Diancie is just kind of better. You know, who needs Mega Latias when Mega Diancie can just, you know, do 290 turn 2? Oh, yeah, I thought I played the Mew. I know I'm not crazy. Well, okay. I'm crazy, but I'm like the harmless kind of crazy. Like, I'm the smell your feet kind of crazy. Asked you to, you know, you're walking in public and like, hey, I'll give you $50 for the socks on your feet. You know, I'm that kind of crazy. I'm not the for the win, you know, calling football soccer kind of crazy. What the hell? Okay, yeah, that's not the worst card. You could definitely play that. You know, maybe I'll put that in a deck before Lightning rotates. Probably not, but maybe. So the issue with Mega Magnetric is that Mega Magnetric is really good. And it walls basics. So that sucks. All right, well, let's hit him with the Mew EX counter gain. Draw a singular card that won't help us. Oh, hey, never mind. Never mind, that actually helped us immensely. I am regretting not putting the power glass on, you know, the dude, but that's okay. And then we go, because remember, Magnetric makes itself immune to basics, which is a slight problem for a deck that only has basics. But let's just try to enact our strategy and see what happens. Okay, so we go, you have the energy. There's no reason to Night Stretcher anybody. Let's Judy Garland Ray. But the thing is, if they decide to knock out my Diancie, right? If they want to knock out the Diancie, they're going to have to use their second attack, which doesn't protect them against basics. Otherwise, they have to, I think, 3-shot. No, they perfectly 3-shot. Because it's 120 on the Mega Magnetric, and we Iono'd them into it because, of course, we did. So, Flash Ray. So, when they flash me, it does 90 damage. And if they flash me 3 times, then my rock gets crushed. And then if they blast all over me, I just, you know, blow my entire load right away. Yeah, I mean, that's not the worst thing, right? Because I should have 2 dust cards in the deck. And we can eventually make a comeback here. So obviously, there's 2 roads ahead of them. What am I going to flash you on? Why did they put a... I mean, I know that's preemptive. But you don't have the electric yet. So... yeah, we're not in a great spot, but we can definitely win this one. I got a tingling in my Pokeballs that we're going to win. Yeah, not so good without your electric generators, are ya? Yeah, not so cool when you whiff an electric generator. Press 1 if they're going to flash me. Press 2. Oh, they are going to flash me. I thought they were going to take their time. Okay, so they're protecting themselves, not knowing that might actually cost them the game. All right, well, let's Night Stretcher. Yeah, we'll Night Stretcher for this, because I can, you know, retreat or make some things happen. We'll Lilies, because what if we get a Ho-Oh and 2 Fire? Well, that would be because we live in Fantasyland and not real life. All right, so let's go retreat into you. Draw a couple cards. That's pretty good. All right, so then we go Power Glass, and now we're going to sort of masterfully bait them into blasting me here. But then I would have to, I think I played Defiance Band. So then I would have to get Defiance Band to knock them out. Because Gravity Mountain doesn't do it. Main Night is stage 1. So if I can find the Defiance Band, which I think I put in the deck, or I may have had to cut it for Power Glass. Because, you know, you want to try different strategies, see what works. And it turns out nothing works. Now, if you put a Mega Latias in your deck, and you are not just playing a... Ooh, Gorgoroth, that is correct. And based on the fact that Mega Feraligatr was leaked early in that commercial, there will be the starter. So there'll be Mega Emboar, Mega Feraligatr, Mega Meganium, and they're all going to be massively disappointing, which is really cool. But I would assume this means they're going to give us more Megas of the starters, but in like different types. Because I played Emboar. Emboar has multiple types. Do the other starters have multiple types in their Mega form? Because it would really suck to go through the entire Mega Evolution format and just have it be like, oh yeah, we just gave you these crappy starter deck versions. Sorry, not sorry. Oh my god. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. What are they going to do? Win the game next turn? Yes, that's exactly what they're going to do. I literally can't do anything. That is kind of pathetic. Okay, so we have to... Actually, if I knock out... Oh god, I seriously have to knock out an electric right now? I have to knock out an electric? That does not feel good. Yeah, because I can't do the 30. Actually, hang on. If I retreat... I mean, there's no good option here. I think maybe the option that we do is... Oh, God. Yeah, we do that. We send up the Mega Latias. We go 1, 2, 3. Hit him with an Illusory Impulse. And then... I don't know. Actually, no. The Zekrom takes a perfect KO. But they need an energy in their hand. I forgot this. Oh, my God. The Mega Latias is so bad. It is just so... Like, we're going to lose to this thing. Okay, all you have to do is manually attach here. Prime Catcher. Well, they don't currently have game. Wait, are they throwing? There's no way they're gonna throw here. Yeah, they're gonna flash me, and then they're gonna prep for a big attack here. But I do have an option as long as they don't have a... Oh, they haven't played a single bosses. Oh, never mind. Wait, what? Where'd that extra energy come from? I wasn't paying attention. So they had the energy the whole time? Wait, they had the energy the whole time. They had the energy the entire time, and yet they still proceeded to do that. They had win with Zekrom. They prime catchered and bosses, but the entire time Zekrom would have won them the game. All right, let's just play the Spidops version. We're gonna hit the 1200s today. Wow, you know, I thought we were gonna win more than one game. You know, when I came into this, I was like, hey, we're gonna have a fun time. We're gonna win, you know, 25% of the time. Now we're gonna win 10% of the time, baby. So yes, VOD channel exclusive. We're trying to get the VOD channel to, you know, 1,000 subs. So the reason I keep asking for subs on the VOD channel is because I ain't making any money, and that's kind of sad. Well, let's see, what's the VOD's channel at? It's at 621 subs. So we're just kind of waiting and baiting. Right, Leah? Yeah, you know what I know what you're doing over there. You're waiting and you're baiting. What the hell is this start? What the hell is that continuation? All right, well, let's see what we got in the old Deckaroonie here. Apparently, the answer to that is nothing useful. Okay. Yeah, there's an Arvin. So most likely they're just gonna, yeah, they're gonna get another Duskull. They're going to get a Dusknoir and a Dusclops next turn with a Dreepy. Knock out both my dudes. I could have grabbed a Psyduck. Oh. And Real Kino, I will be revisiting Toxtricity deck very soon. Don't you worry. Toxtricity will be featured again very soon. If I top deck a Grass Energy, we do knock out the Pidgey, though. So yeah, again, I have ideas for decks. It's just some of the ideas are bad. Like, I want to show you the process that I go through. Like, the stream's been going on for just over 2 hours. I did more than 2 hours of testing yesterday just to try to make this work. And it did not. And Seto, for you, Seto, I will concede. I will concede for you because we have a dead hand and they were just going to win next turn. So we're 1-9. But Seto, I appreciate you as always. You're still my favorite. You're my favorite Canadian who gives me free feet picks. Yeah, and your balls should be a little bit different once you get to 3 years. So once you're 3 years old, your balls change color. That's just science. And who's excited for the new TCG Pocket set next month? You know, press 1 if you're excited. Press 2 if you also have 3,000... Press 2 if you also have 3,000 things in your inventory. And Seto, hey, that just means you're in demand if they keep giving you jobs, right? You know, just because you get laid off doesn't mean I don't still want to lay on you. You know, my feet are something you should never lay off. I'm trying to keep going with these puns here. Yeah, you respect me. You got to keep that streak going. You're also a mod, so you can ban anyone you want. If somebody's annoying you, you have all the power here, so you can feel something. Well, I guess I lose again. Officially banned. Oh. As long as they don't have a good card in this deck, we should be okay. They have good cards in the deck. They have the Starmie. So the Starmie discards itself and puts 2 damage counters on any one of your opponent's Pokemon. Which, as you could imagine, is not good. So, yeah, let's play with our balls. Go and get... I really should play like a Squawkabilly in here, but then that would require me to be smart. Okay, and then we go... Fire Energy here. And then Itchy Pollen. So I'm essentially in a situation where I just got to be like, hey, you want to knock out that Badoo? Go for it. You want to Aqua Slash it? Go for it. Also, if they get 2 Starmie, we lose. There's one. So if they have Starmie, Night Stretcher Energy, that's game over already. Or no, sorry, it's not. It's not. I was looking at the Aqua Slash. So they would have to get... They need like a Vitality Band, I guess. Because they can go Starmie. No, the math doesn't work out. Okay, good. And Seto, you're not allowed to ban Mountain Dew because they give me lots of money. They give me all the money, so you're not allowed to ban them. Well, I mean, I can... did you know, Mr. Mountain Dew, if you typed in /unmod into the chat, it makes everyone else unmodded and it makes you a super mod? Did you know that if you typed in /unmod, it unlocks a special exclusive emote? Did you know that? Well, clearly they want me to stop item locking them. But I got bad news for you, buddy. I've lost way too many games today. I'm taking wins where I can get them. Damn it. I thought I could masterfully bait you. So yeah, so for the Archaludon, the new Duraludon is guaranteed energy discard. It takes 3 energy, does 70 damage, and is guaranteed energy discard. They're doing it again. So I'm intrigued by it, right? I'm intrigued. I'm a little turned on as always. Hey, we got Night Stretcher for the energy, so we're just gonna strafe and take the KO. And then let them destroy the Badoo. There's a Spidops. That's a Paddlin. All right, we'll go Earthen Vessel. Ooh, wow, I never thought this situation would happen. We're in a situation where Battle Cage is going to stop a Starmie. When you wish upon a Starmie... No, we're facing Palafin. What do you mean is this a good build? We're facing freaking Palafin. So we go Battle Cage, Strafe, Knockout, send up the Badoo. And this is the one time where you're actually going to see a Battle Cage stop a Starmie. Ah, come on. Come on, bro. You had access to your items. Come on, you could have at least let me enjoy that one. All right, so if I played supporters, this version might be good. I guess I should cut the Klefki. But Klefki is there for when you want to use Strafe and you fail to do anything good with your life. But apparently we need Cleffa. Apparently the Cleffa is required in this situation because we have gone back-to-back games without finding a supporter. Yeah, I mean, I still remember when Seto dressed up in a maid costume and that awoke something in me. You know, Seto, you're directly responsible. You know, you wonder where all that money goes from all the subs Mr. Mountain Dew and you gift me and never let me down. There's a whole subsection of people on OnlyFans that are rolling in it right now. Thanks to you for awakening that in me. But who here is excited for Crimson Blaze? Oh my god. Didn't I just add a card to this deck to make sure we don't have bad starts? Oh. Okay. So this is going to be a Spidops game, apparently. I'm going to need all my Spidops to show up here. Wow, that is crazy. Okay, so let's go Grass Fire. I mean, I thinned my deck by 2 cards. That's got to count for something, right? Because what did I... Oh, yeah. So this is a hit and run card. So this does 90 and it's a hit and run. And then the Shedinja is 60 hit points and it sucks a huge butt. But if you knock it out with an EX, your opponent can't take any prize cards. My Guardy Hump plushie. That's a sentence. I can honestly say that sentence has never been typed out before, Mr. Mountain Dew. You are the first. You are the first person in history to ever utter that. Well, that doesn't really help, but I guess I play with my balls again. So we get rid of Battle Cage. I guess we get rid of Maximum Belt. But no, yeah, we'll go for the Cleffa. So Cleffa's going to get knocked out. I'm going to attach to you, retreat. And there's no way you fail me, right, Cleffa? Thank you. See? All you had to do was get me some playable cards. And crikey. Well, the Game Awards should be on, what, in 4 minutes? Starts at 4:30? Hey, she knows all the right spots. What can I say? She knows how to get into all my crevices and cracks. Wait, this is a Mega Heracross deck? What? What? You could have asked me, hey, Pilot, what other Pokemon do you think are in this deck? I never would have said Mega Heracross. Those words never would have crossed my lips. But I see the strat, right? You go Ninjask, you go into Mega Heracross, and then they take 3 prizes and you lose. And damn straight. Okay, so we have other things. So yeah, we don't want the Cleffa. We do want the Badoo. We want to do the Badoo. We want to put that into play. And then we Lilies. Because Lilies is going to get us everything we... Are you freaking kidding me, Lily? Could you be chill for 1 second in your pathetic life and get me a card that I need? Okay, so Badoo's getting knocked out now. Like, I have 7 balls. I can fit 7 balls in my hands. Yet PDCGL says that's not allowed. That's not just, they're not going to let me do that. You know, PDCGL doesn't let you play with your balls. New scandal. More at 11. Yeah, Gordroth, is this a Badoo Latios deck? So, because this is a VOD channel exclusive, I will put the deck list in the description of the VOD's channel so you can experience the disappointment for yourself. All right, well, the sad thing is that we can't even knock out the Shedinja. And I think Sato just, he thinks I'm a stripper, I think. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure Sato thinks I'm a stripper. He just kind of threw money at me and then left. Which, I mean, I'm happy to take. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that's what happened. So, yeah, the Game Awards is going to be what? A new Tomb Raider game is going to be announced. Dead Cells is free if you have Android or Apple. So if you download the Epic Games app, the store app on your phone, you get Dead Cells for free. And as you may know, Dead Cells is a pretty good game. As the kids would say, it's 6 or 7 out of 10. Again, I still don't know what that means, but I'm assuming it means that it's like the new 10. So every game gets a 6, 7. Okay. Little risky. Because I can just knock out your Teal Masked Ogerpon with a Moltres. If I just get a couple things here. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to Lilies first, because Lily can't fail us 3 times in a row. Lily failed us 3 times in a row. That's pretty cool. That's kind of awesome that Lily failed us 3 times in a row. All right, but, and this is a huge but, we do take a knockout. Believe it or not, we actually knock out the Mega Heracross because Mega Heracross is so awful. How bad is Mega Heracross? Well, you just got knocked out by someone playing whatever the hell this is. I have to make sure I get rid of the fire and don't screw that up. What am I, the band that made Miss Murder? A fire inside? There's your boomer knowledge for the day. What does AFI stand for? It stands for a fire inside. Mr. Mountain Dew, hey. There's crazier love stories. Crazier love stories exist. Wow, that is another great hand we just got right there. I could not imagine a better 3 cards to get off the prizes. All right, so we will be able to Iono them. And I can't, again, they got the butt plug. They're wearing a butt plug. So for some reason, Dad to 4 enjoys wearing butt plugs. I mean, you know, maybe he's been married to his wife so long, he can't feel anything, so he's got to put the butt plug in. You know, and his wife is like, oh, again with the butt plug. Those, they were balls deep in the prizes. Unless you can manufacture a Meganium, I don't think you're knocking out my Latias. Unless you have the craziest lilies and you put a Meganium line in there, I think Latias is surviving. Interesting that they went for that, right? Interesting that they went for the Ninjask, but I mean, I guess I get it. All right, so we go Nest Ball for you. We go Nest Ball for you. We get another Tarantula, Quentin Tarantula. And then I guess I try to knock out the Shedinja, because then we can just win the game by knocking out the Teal Masked Ogerpon. So how much do you want to bet that I either A, don't get what I need, or B, we Iono them into a bosses? So I need a switch. We did put ourselves in a compromising position, but we got it. I'm just going to get the switch here. We did not get the switch. We didn't get the switch, and now we lose the game. Isn't that cool? There's 2 in the deck. We did not get it, and also we would have done the thing. But like, if I would have used Strafe, that would have gotten us nowhere. Why are they still playing? Don't they have it? They only have to do 190. So doing 30, 60, 90, 120, 150. Oh, they're 10 short. Never mind, they're not 10 short anymore. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, so wait, I didn't lose. Wait, I didn't lose the game. I haven't lost yet. Hang on. Okay. Did they do their math wrong here or something? So let's go retreat into you, and then Rocket Rush, Red Rocket Rush. Okay, we can still win. Believe it or not, they made an oopsie. They pulled a pilot, they made an oopsie. Of course, the one card that could have prevented us from losing was prized. You know, we could have Turoed up the Latias, but of course not. So I'm much more excited for our Chaladon on Saturday. Our Chaladon, you know, our Chaladon is still good, but it's fallen on a bit of hard times. I just, you know, let's see where it's sitting on the rankings. Where has our Chaladon fallen to? It's just, you know, it's been sort of outclassed because things can do damage. Oh, wow. It is 53rd. It is 53rd on Limitless for our Chaladon. That's behind Paldean, Tauros, and Slacking. And even Hydrapple, Ogerpon. That's kind of nutso. And also, it's also kind of nutso that they Ionoed us into nothing. But I mean, that's to be expected at this point. Okay, there's a Spidops. So now I'm regretting putting up the Latios. All right, we have a single fire energy. That's unfortunate. So wait, do I just hope that I get a Night Stretcher? I guess that's our only play here. Is that I have to hope that we get a Night Stretcher, and then I put the Spidops in the active, hope we get a Night Stretcher, and then I just Moltres for game. Our Chaladon... Wait, what? Your Canadian came out when you said 53? I guess it does a little bit. Yeah, the 53? The 53, eh? Oh, they are not expecting me to give them a golden shower. They're like, I can give you a golden shower. All we got to do is top deck a Night Stretcher and we win. That's it. Okay, well, that's a little more interesting. I still need to get that fire energy back, though. Wow, we got nothing. That's cool. You know, that's cool, right? That's so cool. Remember when we needed those switches earlier? Man, this is a VOD channel exclusive and a half. Losing to whatever the hell that was. You know, we got sauced. I hate life. Which one do you want to see? Do you want to see the Power Glass, the Judge, or the Sticker one? Sticker, I hardly knew her. Okay, so this one has the Boomerang energy. This one is Judge with Revavroom and a Zerosic and also Boomerang energy. And Gorgoroth, you want the Judge one? Oh, this one has 2 Boomerang energy in it. Ooh, that's a little saucy one right there. Unfortunately, Gorgoroth, Mr. Mountain Dew has given me more money, so I have to go with Mr. Mountain Dew. I'll play all 3. So we've made this a VOD exclusive, so I'm just not even going to pay attention, so I can just go crazy now. I can come up with the weirdest, worstest, wackiest decks right now. Do I want to go first? No. Okay. So yeah, I'll play the Judge one next. We got Mr. Money Talks, am I right? Okay, well, I don't think I have a Psyduck in the deck, so that's going to come back to bite me, but we are starting the Clefairy. Kind of wish I'd gone first. Yeah, in celebration of Judge's J reprint. Currently, that's our best hand disruption card next year. I mean, Unfair Stamp counts, but like it doesn't really count because they have to take a knockout. Okay, so we start the Clefairy, which is not what you want to do in this situation. If I was going first, we literally just win. Problem child? Okay, well, we can. And Mr. Mountain Dew, see, that's why I chose this deck. I mean, as long as I can find like a switch or something. Okay, so let's go Nest Ball. How many switches do I got? We have 2. All right, I mean, this could work. I would very much like a Latias. And then let's also go for the... So we have Ho-Oh. I mean, Ho-Oh can also take the knockout, but I would need both Ho-Oh, and we only have 1. So that is... and Big Daddy, welcome in. So let's go Mega Kangaskhan. And let's just get all the energy in the discard pile here. There we go. There we go. And yeah, I guess I just go get the Mew. Yeah, we get the Mew to draw more cards because I really don't want the Squawkabilly in play. That'd be less than ideal. So let's see if I can potentially get all 3 energy on the Kangaskhan this turn. Ooh, we might be able to do it. We might be... Energy Sticker for the win, everybody. Energy Sticker is the most goated card in the world. You heard it here first. Ah, come on. And thank you for the sub to Oreo. I mean, I guess I just attach to the Kangaskhan. Okay. Hang on, wait. If I go Penny the Clefairy, we can still potentially do this, everybody. We can still potentially do this. Nobody panic. And I think you're giving subs to everybody who's here right now, and I like that. I'm a fan of that decision. Like a Rotom. All right, so they're probably going to do the thing that we don't like. And 169? Yeah, you can't let your future ex-wife have that money. That's solely reserved for me. So if you're not subbed, Mr. Mountain Dew is blowing his load right now. If you're not subbed, let the masses know. Mr. Mountain Dew is going crazy. It's on a gifting spree. It's like a shopping spree, but instead of getting things in return, you just feel sadness afterwards because you gave a Canadian millionaire a bunch of money. And in the US, I would be a thousandaire, but I'm a Canadian millionaire, which is really nice. All right. So we're drawing a bunch of cards. We're somehow not item locked. There's the judge. Oh, wait, do they not have another Tricloak? How does that work? All right, well, let's do that. We'll put that there. We go... Yeah, I'm not even going to use the Ultra Ball. There's all the catchers in the world. And energy sticker will fail. Hey, it didn't. And then we go, yeah, Psychic Energy on the Clefairy. I'm going to hold off on the catcher because we want to demoralize them. Yeah, there's going to be a few more. I'm going to cover all of the... Okay, chill, bro. I'm going to cover everything on Sunday. So just you wait. Yeah, it was like some like leak thing of just, hey, there's this deck list and there's some new cards coming out that are old cards. So yes, everything will be covered. I'll probably forget something because I believe there's like 1,000 cards being included in the start decks. Because there's 100 start decks. Obviously, they're going to share a bunch of cards like Buddy Poffin and I guess Ultra Ball and Night Stretcher. But there's 100 start decks and there's 60 cards in each deck. So that's 6,000 cards. 600 cards? 600 or 6,000? 6,000, yes. Canadian education system. So, yeah, there's going to be 100 start decks. And each of them is probably going to, have a new card. But there's going to be, again, a lot of shared cards between them. And I'm not talking about Sunny and Share. I'm talking about, like, yeah, just Poffin, Lilies, Judge, Buddy Poffin, probably Pokemon Catcher. Just cards that are not rotating. Because Japan's rotation is 2 months ahead of us. So Japan's rotation, I think, is January 26th or so. 23rd, somewhere around there. You gotta blow up your Dusclops if you want to attack with that Dragapult. So there's going to be a lot of information. It's not going to be a short... I mean, I'm going to try to make it a short video because, we don't know when the cards are coming out. Some will be in Ascended Heroes. Some will be in Perfect Order. They might even hold some back for another set, the one in May. So it's going to be a crazy reveal. It should be like in 5 to 6 hours on PokeBeach. They should start getting the translations up. And then hopefully Pokemon Proxies is able to get them up tomorrow. And then, wait, what? Interesting decision. All right, well, hang on. And I love Bidoof. Welcome. Yeah, let's just go get Latios. Oh, no, not that one. The other one. There's three. There's Mega Latias, and Latios. It's easy to get confused, okay? Especially in my old age. All right, we put that there. Bravery Charm the Clefairy. Lilies. Draw 2. Knock out the Dreepy. There's the Boomer Energy. Also, do I just knock out the Dragapult if I flip heads? 100. Yeah, so there we go. Hey, why couldn't the world work out like this earlier? Before I gave up on this video, why couldn't life have been like this? Right? Like, we would have won this game even if they'd item locked me and had good turns. Actually, we probably would have lost. They would have found a way to win. But, like, you know, we get the Clefairy powered up, we knock out a Dragapult. They apparently prized 3 Dracloak. Well, I prized as many Judge as they prized Dracloak, so I don't feel as bad. What's the happy face? Are you going to concede now? And I'm sure there's just going to be a bunch of random announcements today. You know, I'll check. You know, I get all my news from Reddit. So I'll just check Reddit for all the big news. You know, that everyone on Reddit always has the right opinion. You know, when they said that the Pokemon franchise is done and no one's gonna buy it and everyone's gonna boycott it, oh, they were right. Boy, were they right. You know, Nintendo was caught with a boy, and hey, we win. I'm going to do this in record time. I'm not going to give them a chance to concede. Because remember, everyone always concedes right after they launch their attack. I'm literally doing it as quickly as possible. Come on, as soon as it happens. There we go. Yeah, you like playing with stickers? Yeah, see, like Pokemon Catcher, I like it. It's a good card. But we'll play the Judge build because again, Gordroth is also a gifter. You know, Gordroth is the number 3 gifter right now. You gotta listen to the people who gift you subs. Oh wait, that was a win. Oh, you know, I'm gonna lose 10 games with this deck. I will not lose 11 games with this deck. And do you think I should have the win-loss counter on screen at all times during the stream? It's just I don't know where to put it. Right? Like I can shrink it a little bit more and like put it, you know, right there so it kind of fits. But yeah, you want the win-loss counter just always there? Like, do you want it there or on top of like there? Which makes the most sense? And Myrtle, welcome in. And Problem Child, exactly. You've learned my terrible secret. Emmett, what do you mean, Mr. Mountain Dew? Oh, hello. That's a good start. Okay. Oh, let's really mess with them. Let's really mess with them. No, we're gonna save the Judge for next turn. We'll save the Judge for next turn. We should not have saved the Judge for next turn. All right, so I'm going to attach that, and then end turn. No, it'll be wrapping up soon. It's just I'm not getting a YouTube video out of this, so I got to make sure the VOD is just jam-packed with hilarious content. Why was the thin cookie so sad when their dad left? Because it was away for so long. And there was lots of stickers. So wait, what? Under the comms box is a bit messy, but under the deck is missable, so I'd pick around that. What do you think? Do you think bottom right? Because I can't really put it here because that, you know, that sucks. I can't really put it here. I can't really put it there. Can't put it there. Like here, it kind of, people are already looking there, right? Your eyes are naturally drawn to the bottom left. And it's like, that makes sense. But if I put it there, it's just sort of nonchalant. So what do you think? Left, mid left, or bottom right? Or I could, you know, put it like right there. I don't know. Like, I kind of like it right there just because that puts all the stuff just in one spot. But then it does block the discard pile. But if my hand gets too big and it's over there, beside the prize counter, you want it right here? Alrighty, well, this is fun. This is super fun. We are having all of the times of our lives here. I mean, I guess I attach to the Latios. What do you mean beside? Like there? But you said beside the prize like oh, you mean that? Is that what you mean? I'm so confused right now. Okay, so we can go for the... Yeah, the end turn button gets in the way. Yeah. All right, so let's go for the Ho-Ho. And let's get the Mega Latias, because I can retreat it. Actually, no, we can do 300 damage to Tatsugiri. What could possibly go wrong doing this? Let's just do 300 damage to the Tatsugiri. Easy. How could we lose now? How can we possibly lose the game? No. And Mr. Mountain Dew, thank you. Yeah, it's the live setup is just so unattractive, right? It's like my fourth ex-wife. It's just so not appealing. Clam Burglar, look at the win-loss ratio. Yeah, huge beard guy, thank you for the help. But yeah, there's just no good place. There's no like streaming set. They didn't build this with streamers in mind. You know, you play Magic Arena, and when a new set's about to come out, they'll be like, hey, our streamers are going to enter a tournament. Go watch them. Yeah, because I'm so desperate for a new one. My standards just drop like their pants. All right, so wait, are you going to get a Charizard? That's not very nice. That's very mean. And also, Mega Latias can't knock out a Charizard unless I get Gravity Mountain. Wow, this is... We're having so much fun today. You know, Judge is supposed to mess them up. Is not supposed to mess me up. Well, that's a card. So I shouldn't have done the fun thing. And Problem Child, except this game is free. Right, this game is free. Magic Arena, unless you want to grind, like you're at the club looking for a new future ex-wife, you got just play this one. You know, it sucks, but it's free and all the cards are free. And with Magic Arena, you got to spend money or spend time. Remember, if the game is free, then you are the product. And in Live's case, then your sanity is the product. Ow. All right, so it looks like they're going to knock out the Latios EX. That's fine because I already have all the energy on it. Yeah, that's what I meant, yeah. Your sanity is the currency, so they'll just put an energy on the Klefki, they'll retreat into the Zard. I'll put 300 damage on the Zard. All we need is like an energy or a playable card and we'll be fine. Yeah, I should have just rumbling engined with the Reviroom and that would have been much smarter. But I did funny thing, you know, none of this is going on YouTube, just the VODs channel. And do you honestly think people are going to keep watching this past this point? Absolutely not. Okay, well, there's a Gravity Mountain. I can't do the thing. So, I mean, I guess I just have to attach to the active. And, yeah, just be like, hey, I'm just going to retreat. Seems like a plan. Yeah, money is the best gift. And gifted subs are a great way. Well, actually, I think bits are better. But gifted subs, you know, create like a circle, right? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You give someone one sub, and then that could turn into more subs. right? Because they always get a message like, hey, resubscribe and get 20% off. That's how they get you. Well, I can't retreat the Latios because it has a 2 retreat cost and Clefty shuts off its ability. But I'm pretty much, yeah, I'm a jerk in a circle of jerks. Okay, well, I guess they're about to countercatcher my Mega Latias and knock that out, and I'm going to be extremely sad. Awesome. They're literally going to put 130 on my Latios, countercatcher my Latios, knock it out with Zard, and that's so much fun. It's crazy how they just got everything they needed. Well, we have another Mega Latias, and we actually do knock out the Zard. But then I have to find a way to take more prizes without losing. Wait, do they not have it? Wait, what? What was the point of that? What was the point? Okay, actually, oh no, you're right. You're right. I can use the catcher. You know what? I keep forgetting. You know, women sometimes have smart opinions. All right, so let's go for the Zard because they don't have any other attackers. So then we go retreat into you. We don't take the energy. No. We go Gravity Mountain and Illusory Impulse. And yeah, if only you could, well actually, if you play the Kingdra EX, you can get the Golduck into play without the need for Psyduck. You know, there's going to be someone who wins a tournament with a deck that plays Kingdra EX and Golduck. I mean, absolutely that's not going to happen, but a man can dream. And even a man-child can dream too. All right, I think we can actually win this one. You know, they got too complacent. They shouldn't have just, like, their strategy was just do nothing and then hope that works. But now they've left themselves with no attacker. And also I can just knock out the Totsadiri if I hit this catcher. And that's cool. Hey, I get that Totsadiri out of here, baby. So let's do that. And hang on. If I think I have a cool strategy here. Do you want to see my really cool strategy? So let's go Defiance Band on you. Because they would do, oh no, this guy would get knocked out. So that's a bad strategy. Never mind, this guy would get knocked out. That's a terrible, terrible strategy. We're not going to do that. So let's get 2 fire. And then we accelerate them to the Ho-Oh. And then I think I just get rid of Varoom and Ultra Ball. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Almost had an oopsie. Doesn't matter what I do because I'm judging them. And then judge. Now, I think we are guaranteed to win this, right? And then we go Wondrous Patch to the Latios. I want to save the energy. So the reason I want to save the energy is because I'm not crazy. Yes, and then we actually go into the Ho-Oh. Because again, I know what I'm doing. Oh yeah, I put Smoochum in the deck. Again, you put a funny tech card and it's the 3rd or 4th prize you get. Because I was thinking, hey, what if I have a really bad turn and I want to get energy into play? Who can I put in the deck that accelerates 2 Psychic from deck? Well, Smoochum does it for free. So, you know, it's a terrible card, but I just thought, hey, it's a funny card. You know, who needs good cards when you have funny cards? Do they realize that I only have 2 prizes left and they have to take 6? Yeah, I was just look. You can tell how much my mental state declined as I was playing this. That I put a Smoochum in this deck. But like I said, I literally tried everything to make this work. And as the stream has shown you, it does not. So we'll play one more game. We'll start a prediction. I am on a 2-game win streak. So get the... Oh, geez. Will I win this? Oh, what? Is the... Okay, something went wrong on my end. Is it working for you? No? Okay, so let's go. Yeah, I think they realized, oh, I think they realized, oh, Gravity Mountain is still in play. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so I'll start it again. Well, we're on a 2-game win streak. Hey, we're level 337. And which does the last one? What did I save for last? We have the Power Glass build. So this is the one. No, that we're the Judge one is good, but this is the one here. We got 4 Iono. We have 2. Wait, we only have 1 Power Glass. Now we need 2 Power Glass in this deck, baby. Where we're going, we don't need. Well, actually, we do need Power Glass where we're going. All right, so there needs to be a Squawkabilly. There's a Squawkabilly. There's 4 Nest Ball. There's 4. We don't need 4 Ultra Ball. All right, let's put 2 Judge in here because why not? Let's get the Ultra Prism Judge, or is that the Forbidden Light one? That's Forbidden Light, baby. And yes, my mind is cooked. Let's get rid of that. Let's get 2 Boomerang Energy. Yeah, because then we can just do all the things at all the times. We got 3 Wondrous Patch. You know, again, why is this not performing well? It's because I put the whole purpose of the deck was that I wanted to play Mega Latias with Wondrous Patch. That was it. That was the whole purpose of this stream and potential video that isn't happening. You know, I know it's suboptimal, but that's what we discovered is that it is suboptimal. So going into this, when I had the idea, I'm like, hey, there's the idea. But then, you know, once in practice, it failed. So it's kind of like the Indianapolis Colts. They signed Phillip Rivers, but once they got him into practice, they realized, oh, hey, a 44-year-old grandfather probably isn't who's going to lead us to the promised land. Okay, well, that's good. They won't know what they're facing. They'll know it's a deck that has a fire energy in it, but that's about it. Wouldn't it be crazy if this was a mirror match? The slander? He's a 44-year-old grandfather. And Leah, that's your one swear for the month. Oh, no. Well, that's actually not horrible because you just put Xatu in the deck with Wondrous Patch and Mega Guardi, and it's not, yeah, it's not bad. You know, you can put Power Glass in there too. It's not the worst thing ever made. All right, so how do we make this work? Well, that's my secret. We don't. Let's go for Squawkabilly. Let's just get all the things going here. Let's just get all the things out of here. So we want to attack with the Moltres for surely. That's a paddle in here. And then we want to Ultra. Yep, thank you. Okay. Yep. Okay, and then we go for probably the Mew. No, let's go get the Ho-Oh. Because if I get a bunch of energy and I'm tempted to Squawkabilly, I want to be able to do the thing, and also Calamitous Snowy Mountain is the worst card ever printed. Well, the good news is that we failed spectacularly. All right, so let's get Latias. And we Wondrous Patch to you. I don't think I can do the thing, but we can go Power Glass. Actually, if I... Huh. No, I think... I think we go Power Glass on the Moltres. And then Squawkabilly. And there's a Boomerang Energy. Okay, and then we go, them's fighting wings. All right, so we can keep the Latios from getting damaged, essentially. We can keep the Latios from getting damaged from Rocky Helmet and Calamitous Snowy Mountain. And we also have Boomerang Energy. So if I can find my other Power Glass and we can attach the Boomerang Energy, then Mega Latias is just ready to go. It's ready for a night on the town here. And for those who don't remember, Boomerang Energy, if it's discarded from the effective attack, it just goes right back. No, this is Patrick. So Boomerang Energy, if it's discarded by the effective attack, it just comes right back. You know, it's like my third ex-wife, who is also my fifth. All right. And yeah, it's like, hey, you want to go for the Moltres? That's fine with me. And what is it? Is you may move any amount of energy. So I can put the Boomer Energy on the Squawkabilly, or I guess I put it on the Latios. And then we just hope for a card. And Mr. Mountain Dew, it was Gorgoroth. Oh no, it wasn't Gorgoroth. I mean, you either can play or you can't. Okay, there we go. All right, so we attach the Boomerang to the Latios, and then we just hope. Because I can also... Oh, no, we have it. We have the knockout on the Bloodmoon Ursaluna. No, sorry, I saw the 2 next to your name, and I thought you were the last-minute believer, but you weren't. And so PDCGL... Yeah, PDCGL didn't even win. Okay, so that'll get some damage. Let's go. Ho-Oh gets an energy. That's fine. And yes, I understand that I'm going to lose all my energy. But again, this is exactly why this deck is trash. I'm not sure what my Mew EX is, but it's something evil. All right, so let's go. 3 energy on the Mega Latias. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then Wondrous Patch. Maximum Belt. Yeah, that's fine. And Illusory Impulse, because, again, this is why the card is so bad. I can either do 40 or 300. And Gerard Butler can't save you here. And there's the Power Glass, so I should not have attached the Maximum Belt. But I can get another Mega Latias, which will be hilarious. Oh, I couldn't give him a thumbs up. All right, well, we won that one. Choose outcome, yes. So, see, I went on a 3-game win streak. The deck is goated. See, that's how you go out in style. All right, Fist and Mike. That was my nickname in college. All right, oh, sorry, that was my gym teacher's name in high school. Okay, so we won our last 3 games because we didn't play the poison build. So I'll upload this to the VODs channel like tomorrow. So I will I'll prioritize it to get it on the VODs channel. And also, yes, I bought the Team Rockets deck. Don't worry about it. And I will include the deck list. I'll put all 6 of them in there. There should be enough space for them. Don't play it. Just don't do it. Let's see who's online to raid. Cristiano is online. So it's not an English stream, but I mean, they'll thank me. So enjoy their stream. And I will see you all on Saturday. So it'll be our Chalodon on Saturday, even if it goes terribly. And also, Cristiano has a win-loss counter. And it's much higher quality than mine. But don't pay attention to that. I'm worth your time and money.